No, somebody, no, one of your moderators blocked me.
Oh, maybe you was talking. You can't talk crazy about me. You can't talk crazy, man.
I wouldn't. Now, you know, I ain't gonna talk crazy, but I wouldn't talk to your face. I ain't gonna talk in no chat. That's what we in to talk shit in the chat.
I appreciate that. All right, man. So I don't know what happened, but my moderators know to go ahead and block people if they think that they move funny. Sorry about that.
So hold on. So he said he liked to read, but he sure don't like to listen. Because yesterday, if you run the tape back, that's why this technology is so perfect. I love it. If you run the tape back from yesterday on this screen, you'll hear me say, I put the link in the back chat for you to look.
You put a link, and I saw what you was
talking
okay.
About. So what happened to Rico looking at it? What happened to Rico looking at it?
I wasn't even there anymore. I wasn't even there.
Wait a minute.
When you came on, I was gone.
Wait a minute. Let's just do the
So let's be clear about that. I was gone before you ever hit the street.
Wait. And let's do the mathematics. Black man, does it make sense for you? Well, first of all, do you think it's a crime to overpay your child support?
No, it's not a crime to overpay.
Did you say that man went to jail for overpaying? That's what you guys
were saying yesterday. That's what you guys were saying.
Did you say that man went to jail for overpaying? Yes or no?
Yes, I did, because I got the new. I'm finna send the link, bro. Because you still got
the That's why I keep telling you, man. Come on and send it.
Hold on, I'm finna send it right now.
Because it's not a crime to overpay your child support. Right. It's a crime to underpay your child support.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, hold on, just a second.
So I don't even care what you got. Your information is wrong, even if that's what your information says.
So what makes sure? Hold on. What makes sure? What makes sure Yahoo.com article right?
Well, because look.
See what I'm saying?
Wait. So
it's wrong.
Wait. Come on, man.
Wait. I went a step further to get Texas law. So I'm gonna go a little further. I'm gonna get Texas law.
It's in the back chat.
They have to say about it.
It's in the back.
Let me pull it up.
Pull it up.
Pull it up so we can debunk this bullshit he talking.
Okay. You can't debunk the fact that man didn't go to jail for overpaying child support. You can't debunk that, but that's the claim that you said.
Hold on, be quiet. What did he say? Start it over.
And community activists are now.
Start it over.
A Houston father is facing 180 days in jail for overpaying his child support and visiting his 11-year-old son. His attorney and a community activist are now demanding answers.
What did it say at the beginning? What did it say?
He said he went to jail for overpaying. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's established that they said he's overpaying his child support, and that's why he's facing jail, right?
Now, what we established was that Snopes debunked this shit. They found out it was fraudulent, and the fucking story was trash.
Oh my God, bro! You'll say anything to win.
We just looked at the story, bro. We just read the story, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ!
They said he was in arrears from a year before.
Oh, bro.
Do you believe in Snopes?
Watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing.
Okay.
Randy Wallace joins us live with a story you'll see only on Fox. Randy?
Don, we all expect to see judges throw the book at fathers who fail to pay child support. But a father who says he's been doing the right thing now has an arrest warrant against him.
It's my responsibility to take care of it. You know, I brought him in this world. I have to.
Clifford Hall says he's more than happy to pay child support for his 11-year-old son.
I'm his father. You know, it's my responsibility to take care of it.
But Hall says when the amount of child support was modified, no one told him.
And I discovered that for some reason, his employer.
Okay. A black man, do you believe that all of a sudden they're going to just not tell him that the child support was modified?
So you hold on. What you're saying that, because I work with these fathers. So you're saying that modifications can't be made without the father knowing it?
No.
Not without that. Wait. Let's be clear. No, they have to let both parties know what's going on. Now, whether they pay attention to it or some kind of screw up happens,
or not, it's up to them.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's called judgment by
or better yet, you tell me how that a court has two people that they have to let know, the respondent and the defendant, right? Okay, so how do they some kind of way let the respondent know what's going on, but the defendant doesn't know what's happening?
Okay, let me tell you from experience. Remember, I told you that my lawyer, which is my relative, got me put my ex-wife on child support. Remember I told you that?
Okay.
When they put my ex-wife on child support, they couldn't find her. Guess what they told me? They said, "Hey, give me her last known." This is somebody at the office. Give me her last known address, and we'll send it to that. And if she don't respond in a week, then you good. So basically, sending the wrong.
Wait. Listen. Let me ask you, because I want to be clear. You knew she wasn't at this address, and you sent it there anyway.
No. I didn't do that. No, sir. What I'm saying, no, that's not what I did. What I'm saying to you is, I was instructed to send it to the wrong. If we can't get an, and she said, if you can't, because I found the address where she actually lives. She said, if you can't get her address, we'll just mail it to her last address, and if she don't stay there no more, that's on her. So how many other men is this happening to? The women, they're asking the women, what's his last known address? They giving him the grandmama address from 10 years ago, and the man living in a whole nother place.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Do I have a minute?
Wait. Hold on, Rico. Let me ask him this question.
Because this is
If
how
you're
that
going through a custody dispute, I mean, whose responsibility is to make sure that you're keeping tabs on that situation?
If on what end of it?
On any end
You
of
see
it.
what I'm saying? Because
if you're going
I've been on both sides of it. I've been the one.
If you're going through a custody dispute, no matter what end you end up on it, don't you need to know whether you're the respondent or the defendant? You need to know what's going on. You need to make sure that you getting your mail. You make sure that you tapping in. You make sure that everything's good, especially if you got a relative that's working on the case for you. You got to make sure that you tapped into that situation.
Right.
Does that make sense? Am I crazy? Is that making sense?
Yeah, that's making sense. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So let me go back to what I said. Okay. When I had my stuff, when I had my lawyer, my relative was on point with everything, right? And so the reason I'm good at the reason I can talk about this is because I've been on the both sides. I paid, and now I'm in position that now that it's being reciprocated back. Now, okay, I have full custody of my kids. So now my lawyer, which is my relative, say, hey, now she got to pay. Now watch this. The thing I did that so many other fathers won't do, including Rico, was Rico went got child support. Rico went paid his child support, paid it. I said, damn this. I'm not going to be sending no woman no money when I can go in, and I can go into her personal life and show the judge that she ain't what she say she is, and I can go get my damn kids. And that's what I did.
Well, Rico did too. What you talking about? Rico did too. Rico went.
So Rico, you went got custody of your kids?
Yes. I had custody of my kids since I was fucking 26.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you something else. Wait. Hold on. Let me tell you something else. So before you even go further, this man went and got custody of a child that he found out wasn't even his.
Okay, yeah, he crazy.
I know the system. I know.
Hold on. Watch this.
How it works.
As a man, see, this is what we do. As a man, I stand corrected. Right?
That's what I wanted to get you before you got started.
As a man, I stand corrected. Okay.
And we appreciate that.
I'm proud of you, bro. So many other men should go do the same damn thing.
Fair enough. All I'm trying to say is this. I get what you're saying as far as now what they do the same thing in divorce. If you can't find the person, what they do is they call it public notice. You send mail to the last known address, it comes back, return to sender, and then they will tell your attorney to put it in the newspaper for 30 days. When the person doesn't show up, it's called a default judgment. Yeah. You always win when the other party doesn't show up. So even if it's a motion for modification, they do the best that they can to their ability to notify all parties. If the person doesn't show up, then whatever a person is asking, it's granted. The judge says, hey, this motherfucker ain't here to fight it. What am I supposed to do? They give it to him. So as Clarence has always been saying, when guys refuse to go and participate in the system, I suggest like what you do with a good lawyer for representation, and then they get fucked. They can't come out with all these pity parties when they didn't do anything.
Hold on, y'all volume went out. Let me go out and come back in. Y'all volume went out. Hold on.
That's all I'm saying. And that's what happened. So I want to be crystal clear here. My whole issue is the Snopes, Clarence, this story, this video, Snopes debunked. I'm not saying he didn't see this. What I'm saying is this story, as it was reported to have been reported inaccurately and incorrect, and that the guy did not overpay like they reported it.
Okay. Well,
That's what the issue is. The issue is that I believe that you saw this. I believe that they said this, but I don't believe that that was accurate. And upon further reporting, it was discovered that's not true what happened.
okay. So let me ask you this question.
Shout out to eBlack TV.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What you say inaccurate, right? So let me ask you this
The
question.
report was inaccurate.
So what makes my report inaccurate over your report being inaccurate?
Well, first thing I can see is,
For one thing, it's hard for me to believe that you would go to jail for overpaying.
overpaying. If that's not a crime,
that right there should
that's
cause
not a crime. So how can you go
Okay.
to
Well, let's
Yeah.
finish the video. Finish the video. Finish the video, and then let me know what you think after the video.
Okay, let's
Okay,
finish the
we'll play
video.
the rest of the video. Come
There
on.
was withholding a large amount some weeks, a small amount some weeks, zero amount some weeks.
And I didn't want to go to jail, basically.
So Hall quickly paid almost $3 grand in back child support. When Hall and his ex-wife were in Judge Lisa Millard's court last November, he owed nothing.
Opposing counsel testified twice that he's all paid up.
But the attorney representing the child's mother wanted Hall to pay her $3 grand in attorney fees, and Judge Millard agreed. Court documents also reveal Hall wasn't following the court's scheduled times to pick up his son, another modification he says he knew nothing about.
The judge ended up sentencing him to 6 months in jail.
When she said, I remand you to the Harris County Jail for 180 days, my mouth just dropped.
This entire situation is shocking to me. I've never seen one like this.
Community activist Cornell X wants the state's judicial board to investigate.
The court failed the child. The court failed Mr. Hall. The system broke down.
I can't be there for my son in jail. I can't pay child support in jail. This is not in the best interest of the child.
Judge Lisa Millard says Hall walked out of court after he was found in contempt, which she says is a big no-no. Judge Millard also points out Hall's attorney could have filed a motion for reconsideration. She says that would have allowed her to hear both sides again and reevaluate the situation. Hall's attorney is now working on an appeal, and in a few days, Hall plans to turn himself in, and Don will, of course, keep everybody posted on how this plays out.
It really is a strange situation.
Very, very, very strange. I mean, it kind of shows that sometimes these things can be changed, modified. Maybe one parent doesn't know, but it's very confusing, and you've got to wonder how this man could go to jail for this.
All right, Randy Wallace, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, okay. Now, let me tell you this, black man. Do you know how you can go to jail for that in the state of Texas? It's simply in 2013, I think it said, you can go to jail in the state of Texas simply for falling behind, even if you subsequently get caught up later. Once you fall behind, the state of Texas can hold you in contempt for failure to pay timely.
No, hold on. That's not what she said, though. She said when he
We'll pull up the law. We'll pull up the law.
Yeah, let me say this. What did the judge say when he went to court? Hold on. What did the judge is the law though? So he went to court. They said he owed nothing, and the judge made him pay $3,000 in court fees, not child support.
Attorney fees to her attorney.
Yes, why?
Attorney fees to her attorney.
Why?
Because she had to get an attorney to hold him in contempt for falling behind in the first place.
But when he got there,
he fell behind. She went out and got an attorney to compel him to pay what he owed. So in addition to what he owed, then which they do routinely, they will award you also your attorney fees.
Yeah, whoever loses got to pay the attorney fees.
Right. Oh, hold on. But when he got, I want to acknowledge the fact that when he got to court, what did he owe in child support?
He was caught up.
He was caught up in child support.
He was caught up.
Okay. So what was it? So
up.
Okay. So now it wasn't that he got sentenced to jail because of child support. Am I correct?
Yeah, he did. He got sentenced because he had failed behind before he caught up.
Now, how
That's
does that
what
make sense?
Texas
How,
is.
how,
And,
how does that make sense? You gonna you see?
and then the contempt. Black man, if they find you in contempt in the courtroom, they can just send you straight to jail
Right
right
there.
there.
Yep.
Just
You won't even
contempt.
go
Right,
home.
but she gave him 180 days. So how does
Yeah.
that sound, y'all? Let's
He
talk
served
about
8 days, black man. He
right.
served 8 days.
I understand, but the
Right.
notion to even do that, but
I
that's
get
not that. That's
I
not
agree
even
with you. That's kind of
Right.
productive.
We're
To
not
send a
talking
man to
about
jail for
we're
child
not
support
talking
is
about the length
stupid.
of time. We're not even talking. We're just saying he didn't overpay because I'm like, it's not a crime to overpay.
Okay, but let me say this. So we're gonna sit here and look at the facts. When he got to court, before he, because we was under the impression that he got went to court and got put in jail because he owed the money. He did not owe nothing.
No.
Overpaid.
The first thing that happened was we were told he went to jail for overpaying. That's what we were told. He overpaid his child support, but he didn't overpay. He just caught it up. He didn't even overpay it. He just caught it up.
Right, but when it first came on, what did the man say?
He said that, but he was wrong, is what I'm saying. Because it defied logic to me that in anywhere in America you go to jail for paying too much money.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's not a crime.
That just automatically, when you first said it to me, I was like, that shit ain't true. Something's wrong.
Okay. So Fox News line. Okay, so let's talk about
and E-Black is right. E-Black is right. E-Black, because that's what I'm saying. The same thing.
You walked out.
That he walked out of the court, and
That's
then
contempt.
he tried to say,
Well,
I ain't gonna do no more. Well, it's too late.
No.
You got the contempt order already on.
Okay, let me ask you something now. We all men here now.
Okay.
If you sit in court and the judge tell you, after you know you caught up, come on now, after you know you caught up, and the judge tell you, 180 days in jail, you come back on this day. How many of y'all gonna be pissed off and walk up out of there?
We all would be, but it doesn't mean that going to jail. We all would be. I'm not blaming him for nothing. How he felt. I'm just saying he did not go to jail for overpaying.
That's what we wanted to establish. That's all we want to establish. He did not go to jail for overpaying. And we want to throw in the details that was left out. The details that one of the details that was left out. One of the details that was left out was the detail that the visitation was modified, and he still was going off the old visitation and not acting off the new visitation.
Hold on now, Brother Clarence. You know what? As men, I don't even think we need to have this conversation about over visiting, bro. How many women out here right now? Rico
I'm not having that conversation. I agree with you there.
I know Rico lives in this. Rico lives on this avenue. Rico always say these niggas ain't take care of their kids. They don't come see their kid. Don't do nothing for their kid, right? And this dude right here was showing up every day for his son.
Agreed.
How could you be in contempt for being there for your child?
But that wasn't what he went
because you have to have them back at a certain. Well, let me talk about California. In California, if you don't have that child back where they're supposed to be, they can put an Amber Alert out for you. We have a lot out here in California.
Thank God for Texas. Thank God for Texas.
They'll just put your license plate out there. It'll come across the phone and everything. Right?
Hey, thank God for Texas. Because in Texas, if I go to her house and I pick my son or my daughter up, and I don't bring them back, and I say they with me now. When she called the police gonna come to the residence, and the police gonna say, "Oh, ma'am, there's nothing we can do. This is a civil matter. Take it up in court."
No, they're gonna do that in California if you don't have a court order. If you have a court order that says that baby's got to be here on this day, no, they're gonna come get you. They are going to come get you.
But brother Clarence, what you gotta tell me this, brother Clarence? What woman that's a single mom that's working hard every day, that's tired, what mama that's not doing it spitefully, that will say, you know what, brother, you can't keep that kid an extra 30 minutes. You can't keep that kid an extra hour.
I don't know, Black man. I have no idea.
Clarence, stop all this bullshit. Stop all this bullshit or I'm done. Okay. The bottom line, we had one sole issue with that story. One sole issue.
And you heard the man say it.
And that was, I don't care what he said.
I don't care about the article you read.
I don't care what he said. I don't believe that he said it. I heard him say it. But I'm saying factually, you cannot go to jail for overpaying child support, and we cannot put that information out there.
Do you know
That's what I'm
state?
saying.
Do you know what state this is?
It's the state of Texas, yes.
God damn it! You said yesterday we got some fucked up laws. What are we talking
You
about?
do, but you don't have that one. But you don't have that one.
So you mean to tell me? Hold on. So you mean to tell me if I was on child support and I go pay my child support and I say, you know what? Today I know I owe $3 grand in arrears. Ha! Fuck this system. Here go 5, bitch. And you mean to tell hold on. You mean to tell me the judge can't do what the fuck she want to do?
You going to jail for being in arrears. You already said it. You're 3,000 in arrears. You can go to jail. The fact that you paid 5,000 is irrelevant. The fact that you were in arrears is the crime. You can't accept that. The fact that they said people were willfully falling behind and then catching up to keep from getting in trouble. So they put the law in to say that whether you catch up or not, if you fall behind, that's the crime.
Okay. Listen,
that's all.
You know where the overpayment came in at? See, I just had to have a comment. The man paid. Hold on. The man's checks are getting garnished. Do we agree?
Yeah.
They getting garnished.
Yeah, they
garnished his checks. He took $3,000 and sent $3,000, and they were still garnishing his wages.
But here's the problem.
So he caught up.
But here's the problem. You also missed the part where his job fucked up. Because see, when you pay child support, it's supposed to be paid monthly. His job probably was withholding the money, but not sending it. And if
it seemed like to me, he was going into the office saying, "Can you hold this money, this check? Can you give me this much, this check?" And can you give me this much? That's what it looked like to me.
We don't know what that man did. We don't know what he did.
I don't know, but
we don't know. But how else could they make this kind of mistake? Because they're usually going to take the same amount every check.
It was hold on. What I'm saying.
Let me finish a thought.
Go ahead.
One thought.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is because your garnishment, your payroll takes it out of your check before you get it. Now you assume every time you get paid, they take it out, they cut a check and they send it over. But it's up to the payroll person how frequent they're going to pay. If they withhold it too long, say, "Oh, we're gonna wait 3 months and send one big check," what they did was in effect put you behind 3 months. Even though it's not your fault, it ain't the court's fault. And the court looks at it that your child didn't get any money for 3 months because your payroll is fucking holding. That's where the contempt for failure to pay comes in. That's probably why Texas implemented that law, because dudes was waiting 6 months, make a big payment. And it's like these kids can't get money every 6 months. They need it every month.
Okay, now let me say I'll let you get that part out. This is the part I'm saying. And I want you, and at the end, I'm going to ask you. So I want you to listen to me very closely. If I am in the rears $3,000, all right, there was a clerical error at my job. The clerical error gets fixed at my job. They start to take the money back out. I get $3,000 cash, and I go to the child support office and say, "Put my shit at 0." When I put it at 0, all those months that they were taking out the money out of my check, because they were still taking money out of this check. The lawyer didn't understand it, remember? They said they don't understand why. So if I paid $3,000 and you took 4 months of pay from me out my check, you got 30, how much money you have over what I paid? It's over. It's over 3,000.
Let me finish. According to what you said, that would make sense if your job sent the money in. But if your job is just sitting there holding the money, they ain't got overpaid yet. So they don't get overpaid until they get both money. Remember, you said that they got $3,000 that your job took out, but where's the $3,000?
Right, but also in the story,
if they had sent it in timely, you don't need to run up there and pay it.
Right.
But you're running up. Let me finish. The only reason why you're running up to the court to pay it is because your fucking job never sent it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's where you, as the individual, are held in contempt for something your job did.
Right. But this is where the listening comes in at. This is where the listening comes in at. The woman's, this is what she said, the lawyer, she said some months they would take the full amount, some weeks they would take the full amount, some weeks they would take half the amount, some weeks they would take zero. That's still money. If he went paid it up, he went paid $3,000 and paid it up to zero, that money that they did take on the weeks that they did take it, it's over the $3,000 he owed. So that's overpayment.
What you're missing is we don't know while they were taking that money out of his check, did they send that money into the court?
Yeah, that's what she's at the beginning. If you go back on the video,
she said they took it out of check.
But Black Man, they didn't never say he was overpaid. They said he was caught up. The lawyer said he was caught up, and the judge said he was caught up.
I'm trying to
He said he was overpaid. Huh?
Yeah, he was caught up. Yes, okay, we can agree on that. We can agree. He was caught up.
There was no overpayment.
However, she also said at his job, when he was going getting in the arrears $3,000 at his job, some weeks they will send the full amount, some weeks they will send half the amount, and some weeks they would send $0. So if he went to child,
it's the job that injured him. It's the job that created the injury.
Exactly.
It's the job that created the injury. So the job is the one that caused the problem. He should be going after the job. The job is the one. The $3,000 he had to pay the attorney's fees, he should be going after the employer for that $3,000.
Let's make the math make sense here. If let's say for instance the child support is $400 a month, right? And she said they took a couple of weeks, they took the full amount, $400. And then some weeks they took half, which is $200. Let's just say that's $600.
So the next month they took $200. So they took
in the next month, yeah. So all right.
$200 the next month.
Okay, that's $800. Okay. Now what if he took the $3,000 and said, I'm paying that bitch up. I'm paying the arrears. He paid it up. Where's that $800 at?
So
it's over what he owes.
But that's the question. But Black Man, that's the question that we're saying. If he was in arrears, that means the money they was taking, they wasn't sending. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, he's only in arrears.
Holding the money, which is what created his arrears in the first place.
He's only in the
arrears. They wasn't taking it from him. The arrears got created because it wasn't being received by the court.
Yeah, hold on, watch this. We gotta listen closely. He was only in the arrears on the weeks they didn't send it. She said some weeks they sent $0. Some weeks they sent the full amount, and some weeks they sent half. So he's in the arrears. He's in the arrears from the weeks that they didn't send it.
She didn't say they sent anything. She said they took out of his check.
Oh, yeah, well they took. So
that's what I'm saying. Your payroll, just because your payroll take it out your check and it's supposed to be applied to a debt, if they don't apply it to that debt, you still owe it until it gets sent. And if they hold it for 6 months, they're going to come looking for your ass. They're not going to come looking for the job because the job don't owe them, even though they took it out your check. It's still on your job to send it timely. And payroll will hold your shit for their convenience.
And when
they do, and they put you in a hole, you get messed up for it.
It's some money missing. Because that's what I'm saying. If it were me, I'm smart enough to know. Wait a minute. So you mean tell me 6 weeks or 6 months or 3 months or 4 months, y'all didn't take nothing, but these other 4 months you did take something, and I just paid $3,000?
Look, we don't know. What we do know is that man didn't overpay.
Oh, God damn. Rico.
He didn't overpay.
If the woman say, if you go back and watch it. She said they took half, they took a whole, and then some months they took $0.
And they took nothing.
So if he went paid $3,000, if he went paid $3,000, then the money that he in the beginning that he was getting taken out is still floating.
Clarence,
wait. But Black Man, they said that he was paid up. They said they didn't say he was overpaid. They said he was caught up.
He was caught up, but what a money at before he paid the lump sum. That's what I'm talking about.
That's something that he got to deal with him. And like Rico been trying to explain to you. That's something he got to deal with between him and his employer.
You do know when he lost the case, in addition to the child support, he owed her $3,000 for attorney fees.
That's part of it. Yeah, well, he got a horrible lawyer because ain't no way my lawyer
Play
I'll
the
pay
tape.
$50,000 fee for nobody.
Play the tape. We're in your
But
report.
if
They
you
say in
lose,
addition,
if you lose the court
the
case, you're
judge
gonna have to pay the
awarded
lawyer
her
fees for the.
attorney
I'm not. I ain't paying it. I
But
would.
black man.
Well, then you're gonna
She
be in
was
contempt and you're going
awarded
to jail.
I'll go to
$3,000
jail.
attorney fee. So whatever he owed in child support, he owed an
Yeah, I'll go
additional
to jail.
$3,000.
It is what it is.
Play it, Clarence.
I'll ask the judge.
No,
What
we're
am-
gonna
what
play.
am I
We're
How
gonna
playing?
long am I going to be in
What am I
jail for?
play
playing?
the video, Clarence.
Playing what video? Which one? The same one?
The same video, so we
How
can
long-
see
I-
where he owed.
I will ask, yeah, from the beginning. I
On
will
his
ask the judge,
video.
how long would I be in contempt? How long would I be in jail for?
Until you pay that money.
And once I find how long I'll be in jail for? And no,
Oh.
I'll stay my ass in there.
But a judgment is a
I'm
judgment.
not-
You can't get out.
I'm not paying another grown woman's lawyer fees. I'm not
Okay.
paying another woman's lawyer
Do it every
fees. This ain't got nothing to do
Well,
with
a Houston
kids.
father is facing 180 days in jail
to
for
the end, about
overpaying
halfway
his
through.
child support and
Now
over
you
visiting
listen.
his 11-year-old son. His attorney and a community activist are now demanding answers. Randy Wallace joins us live with a story you'll see only on Fox. Randy?
Don, we all expect to see judges throw the book at fathers who fail to pay child support. But a father who says he's been doing the right thing now has an arrest warrant against him.
It's my responsibility to take care of it. You know, I brought him in this world. I have to.
Clifford Hall says he's more than happy to pay child support for his 11-year-old son.
I'm his father. You know, it's my responsibility to take care of it.
But Hall says when the amount of child support was modified, no one told him.
And I discovered that for some reason, his employer was withholding a large amount some weeks, a small amount some weeks, zero amount some weeks.
Zero.
And I didn't want to go to jail, basically.
What she said before that?
Okay, stop it for a second, Clarence. Stop it for a second. She said a small amount some weeks, zero some. What she said, all of it was some weeks, a small amount some weeks, zero some weeks.
Right. So
She
the
didn't say they
small
sent
amount,
it.
the other amount.
Right. And
Right.
look, she didn't say they sent it. She said they took out. That's all she
Oh, my
said was
God.
they took out. Move it back a little bit, Clarence, and listen. You listen. You listen.
No, bro. You moving the
Move it back a
goalposts,
little
bro.
bit, Clarence, and let it
You
play.
moving the
That's
goalposts,
employee.
man. You moving the goalposts.
No, listen. I kept telling you, just because they took it out does not mean they sent it.
But that's not what we're arguing.
You're
We're
arguing
arguing
that it
the
was
fact
all
that
sent.
We're
If it was
not
sent to
arguing that. We're arguing the
Then let me
fact that the man had money took out. He paid it up, and the money that he paid that was still being taken out when he paid the lump sum is overpayment.
Black man.
It's overpayment.
Okay, this is what you're not grasping. I'm the court. Your job can take all the money in the world. Until you fucking pay me, I ain't got pay. I don't give a shit what your job doing with you.
But we don't know that.
It doesn't
We're
matter.
talking.
You
We're
could
talking
be
about what they're
you could
saying
have
right here.
overpaid with your job until I get the
We don't
money.
know that,
your ass-
Rico. We don't know
Yeah.
that part. We're talking about what
We
we
don't.
seeing right now. What we seeing right now, we don't know if they took it and if they got delivered. No, we don't know
But
that.
you're
We're talking
saying
about
it
what we
did.
see. We
But
talking
you're
about what
saying
we
it
see.
did get delivered.
No,
You're
no.
justifying
I'm
the
saying
fact that the court got the money plus the money he paid. That's the overpayment. I'm like,
Y'all
you
tell me
ain't
when y'all
doing
want me to play the video.
this man got fucked. This man got fucked.
Yeah, okay. So let's put the whole thing out on the table. First of all, the first thing that happened was he fell into arrears. He fell into the arrears. They said he was in arrears.
So who fucked him for that?
He
Who
was
fucked
in
him for
arrears,
falling
right?
into arrears?
Okay, so
Who
then he
fucked
was
him
in
for that?
arrears, and that's probably why they were
It
back
wasn't
in
his
court.
fault. She told you it was a clerical error. What are we talking
Who
about?
fucked him for
Okay, but
falling
if
into
it's a
arrears?
clerical error, but okay, black man, if it's a clerical error, who's at fault? It's on his end. It's
And the
his
clerical
employer,
error-
right?
So
The
we're gonna
employer
put
is the one
so
that
we're gonna
caused
put
the injury.
arrears. He
Right.
fell into arrears.
The employer is the one
okay.
that, a quote unquote, the employer is the one that caused the injury. So the employer is the one that's responsible. The first thing he should do is go to the employer for the $3,000 that he had to pay in employer's fees and all this other stuff, and on the interest and everything. He should go to the employer for that because those are damages he should get from the employer.
Well, hallelujah anyhow. Because I'm sitting right here and I heard Rico say at the beginning of the show, talk bad, pull that shit up about this nigga that was in the rears for overpaying. Go back and run the tape. And Rico, everything that Rico's saying now, he didn't say in the beginning, bro.
Excuse me. What the fuck you mean? He didn't say.
Oh
Nigga,
my
we
God.
read the fucking proof.
Oh my
Man, I
God.
don't care what he said. He the motherfucker went to jail. What are
Oh
you
my
talking
God.
about?
Oh my God, bro.
What are you talking about?
Listen.
The judge held him in contempt for fucking being in arrears and failure to
Well,
pay.
ask him, Rico. Ask him what you said that not lining up with what you're saying now.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
So hold on. This is what's not adding up. At the beginning of your conversation, your words was pull it up because these niggas be fucking lying. Pull it
Yeah,
up.
you said
Right?
he went to jail for overpaying. He didn't
Right.
go to jail for overpaying.
Hey, listen. I don't know how many more ways I can explain.
You can't explain
I
it.
don't know. I don't know how many more ways I can explain that if I go pay. Okay. Hold on. Let me pause for a
This
minute.
that nigga math. This
No.
that nigga math.
No.
That's what
This is
is.
no.
This
This
that
is
nigga math.
no.
I know
You
that
need to
nigga
go.
math.
You
That
need to
nigga
take.
knowledge.
You need to take.
Wait. Hold on, guys. Let me tell you something. Okay, we're only gonna take one at a time, right? I'm only gonna let one person come at a time. So, Black Man Unfiltered, whenever you get done, that's when I'm gonna pull JT up. Okay. So we only doing one at a time.
Well, it's 2-on-1 right now. Why can't you have my boy be with me?
Because it's my show.
Nope.
I get to do what I want.
Oh, that's wrong.
Just like
boy.
you run shit
Wow,
over there, we
that's
run shit over
right.
here.
So me and JT together is too much? We too much?
No. Not for me. You know, I took all of y'all. I took all 9 of y'all on the other day. So it ain't no thing.
Don't fall for that
It ain't no
bullshit.
thing.
Because it was 5-on-1 Tuesday. You was up here by yourself with the whole fucking clan Tuesday. Okay?
I take all of y'all on.
Two, but he had to
Y'all
deal
go
with
get
5
some
of y'all.
help. Y'all go get everybody, the whole crew.
Hey, hold on. Brother Clarence. Brother
Right.
Clarence.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
Brother Clarence, I
Yes, sir.
asked you and Rico yesterday. Y'all agreed that y'all would come to the show tomorrow and do the show about the system tomorrow.
Yeah,
If you got some fucking paperwork,
listen, I want to do it, but I just want to make sure that you're going to afford me what I'm. See, I'll let you talk. I want to make sure that when I go over there to talk, it ain't gonna be 9 people jumping in like last time. Everything I say, it's a melee every time I open my mouth. See, I can't work in that kind of environment, and I would just
one fucking
dismiss myself
receipt
from that situation.
And hold on, listen, man,
If
Rico.
you can control that situation, I'll be there.
Absolutely, Rico. Now you talking about you ain't got no receipts, nigga. We can't use no MSNBC damn article or Yahoo.com and think that's
you
a
didn't give
damn.
me anything. You didn't give me anything.
Come on now. If you pull up, listen,
Black Man, I agree with you. In the
Come
same
on
way,
now.
we can't use, my mama's sister's baby cousin, mama's boyfriend's daddy's cousin, saying this happened to them, and we can't do that either.
Right.
Dude. I just hold on. I just put the white folks in y'all life. I gave y'all Fox News.
You gave
Come on now. Come on. I ain't got no mama, daddy, baby, because I gave y'all the white folks. And y'all and Rico love them white folks.
I gave you white folks. And I gave you white folks that said that motherfucking shit was
fake. But that don't mean we ain't gonna break them down, Black Man. That don't mean we ain't gonna break them down.
And you gave me white folks.
That's not right.
Clarence.
Do you know what state is it a crime to overpay your child support?
You gave me white folk, and I gave you white folk that call bullshit on white folk. So that's
okay, that's fine. But you know what though? Hold on. But you know what though? You know what, Rico? I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to get full footage, full videos, and we're going to break down the videos as a whole. We're not going to take no 2 minute, no 30-second clips. We're not going to take no 1 minute clips. I'm going to tonight.
After the whole video, bro.
Wait, you gonna get Fox News videos? I don't need to
No.
You gonna get the video from the courthouse?
I'm gonna get videos of what you say.
Of what I say.
Oh yes.
Okay,
and I'm gonna get videos of the stuff you said.
Every word I say.
Yes, and we're gonna break down what you said.
I stand 100% by every word I said.
Versus what you're saying today. Okay.
I'm saying the same thing I said.
Because every time you start taking that L, you move the goalpost.
What did I agree? What did I change?
What did I change? No, I said, listen, the girl got a blue dress on with blue shoes, and she slipped and fell. Hold on. And she slipped and fell in her heels. You say, well, it's probably because she had on Probably because she had a pillow up between her legs. We don't know nothing about the pillow.
Why you
We're
deflecting?
talking about what's in the story. The blue
Why
dress.
are you
and the white
deflecting?
heel.
What did I change, black man?
What I
Don't
said
deflect.
was the woman came, the lawyer came came
Okay.
on and said sometimes they took a whole, sometimes they took a small amount, sometimes they took zero. My argument is,
But did
okay,
I disagree
if
with
they
that?
took- hold on,
Did I
hold on.
disagree with anything the lawyer said?
No, this
Oh,
is where you move the goalpost right here. You said, but how we know the employer didn't take the money, sent the money or not? That's not what we're talking about.
Okay. I mean, that was just a point, but I mean,
but
you're
black
right. We
man,
can throw that
that
out.
is the
We can throw that out.
that's the
But
key
that's not me
component. Wait,
changing anything.
Rico, that is the
That's
key
just an
component, black
observation. We
man.
can throw that out.
That
You can say that
is
don't
a
matter.
key.
That's fine.
Wait,
But-
that's a
That's
key
fine.
component to the situation.
But that wasn't part of the. But that wasn't part of the information that was given.
Fine. I'll admit that was a meaningless argument. Okay, you feel better? I'll admit that that's not me changing anything. That's just me bringing up something that you don't think should be brought up, and that's fine.
And what do we call that?
But
Moving.
the point of contention is this. This is where the lie lays. You said, you black man said that man went to jail for overpaying.
And he did. And he
No,
did.
he did not.
Oh my.
He did.
No, he did not.
Bro,
They said he was caught
You
up.
show
He didn't
me the
overpay.
book
He
filing
was caught
where
up.
that's the charge.
Hey, brother
You
Clarence,
show me the crime of
I need y'all to slow down real. I'm gonna do like I do my students. I need y'all to slow down real easy.
You lie
Slow
to them
down.
too? You lie to your students too?
Slow down just a little bit.
Go ahead.
If I go, let me make it put it in terms. Let me put it in other terms. If I go to Best Buy and I buy a TV for $2,500 and I'm paying $200 a month, and when I'm paying $200 a month, they tell me they're gonna come repo my TV. I go to Best Buy and I pay the TV off. They still taking the money out of my check or off my credit card every month. I'm looking for Best Buy to send me a check in the mail of overpayment because they were still taking the amount out of my money even after I paid the full amount.
I have no
But
argument
no,
with that.
Best Buy
That's
wasn't
called a
taking the money
refund.
out.
They don't
Your
like
employer
you.
was
Nobody
taking
do
the
with
money
you
out.
going to jail.
No,
What does
Best Buy
jail
wasn't
got to
taking
do
the
with
money
this?
out of your account.
What
Your
does jail
employer
got
was
to do
taking
with
the money
you?
out.
These fuck niggas is out here talking about child support and deadbeat dads. This is what we talking about. And we've been having this damn conversation with these fuck ass niggas for I don't know how long.
For pay.
This motherfucker Rico was on motherfucking on the channel he on right now. They wouldn't even let me in the motherfucking let me on. They got two of them against motherfucking black man. I'm in the back channel and these motherfuckers will not let me on. And this fuck ass nigga Rico, yesterday when I was on the show, this motherfucker talked so much shit before I got there. And then once I get on there, this motherfucker runs and then run to the fucking chat room. These motherfuckers ain't shit. We gonna be barbecuing their ass this weekend.
He said,
You
we're
and the
here.
white man is wrong.
Hold on. Maybe I need to sound like the white man for you to believe me. The white man just said, we're here in Texas where a man is being get a arrest warrant for over.
What up, though, 5100? My man Noble, what's going on with you? Princessa, what's up?
Black man said it. He's
Black
right.
man. Black man.
This is
Ain't-
crazy.
Okay. No. This is
shit
squash.
is
This is squash this
insane.
argument right here.
And that
This is
MSNBC
squash that right
is
quick.
insane.
This will squash this right quick. Name any state in the union where it's a crime to overpay your child support. Just name the state. Name the state where they can prosecute you for overpaying child support.
Because you only go to jail.
You hear these motherfucking straw man? These motherfuckers is saying,
Hold
bro.
on. First of all,
You have to
guys,
break the law.
hold on. We can't blanket the law. And and come on, I'm too intelligent for that. You can't back me in this corner. You can't blanket the law because
That's what you said.
let me tell you something. Because I'm here in Texas. I can sing you this too if you want it.
Okay.
Do you remember the 15? Do you remember
Both of these niggas is
the
clowns.
15-year-old boy that stole his daddy's truck and he was drunk and hit that preacher on the side of the road
Why
with
we
his
jumping
number?
to a different topic?
No,
We talking about this
I'm
story.
giving
That's
you-
what you do all the time.
I'm
You be
giving
on
you
one
a-
story, you go to
I'm
something
giving you a
completely else.
case. I'm giving you a case of relevance. The boy hit all the people in the van and it killed every one of them. And they told him,
Hey, man, can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me?
We're gonna give him probation because he ain't know no better. Right? The same judge the following week, a black boy got into a fight with a white boy. He got the best of the white boy. The white boy falls. hits his head on the corner of the desk and dies.
Mhm.
She got 15 years.
I know
You
both
can work
cases,
it,
and I
you
know
can
the
work
judge.
it. The same judge. So and it was a riot here in Texas over that shit.
I know
So-
the case is
so-
probably
okay.
better than you do, black man. The guy,
Okay,
fuck,
so hold
the
on,
kid,
hold on.
even little white boy, he claimed affluenza because he said his parents and him spoiled him so much he didn't know the difference from right or wrong. Him and
Right.
his mother
Oh,
even went
okay.
to Mexico after
Okay.
he was on fucking probation trying
Okay,
to escape, and they brought his ass back.
you-
I'm well aware that has
Hold
not
on.
a
Do you think it's a
goddamn
crime?
thing to
Do you
do
think
with
it's a
this.
crime? Hold on. Do you think it's a crime for a child to steal his daddy's truck, get drunk, and kill 6 people?
Yes, it is a crime.
Okay. Did he
broke
get
the law.
sentenced for did he get sentenced for the crime?
He didn't get sentenced appropriately, but he
Okay.
got
Okay. My point exactly. So
But
we
he
can't
did
say
commit a crime.
we can't say in the union the judge is at her discretion. His or
If
her
you commit a
discretion.
crime.
If
But
you
the
commit a
hot
crime.
question is,
It's
Man,
a-
listen
what
to
is
these
the crime of
crime.
niggas,
overpaying?
man.
There
So,
is
hold on.
no
So-
crime of overpaying.
Whoa. So the judge gave this boy
He committed a
pro-
crime. They both committed a
probation
crime.
for killing 7 people, and he didn't get no time.
They
Bro,
both committed a crime. One
Bro.
got punished more harshly than the other. We know why.
Why?
But
Why?
overpaying is not a fucking
Okay.
crime.
Now, hold on. Now let's get back to what. Let's get back to the child. Hold on. Let's get back to the
Did I
child
tell you
support.
how when they get in the
Hold on.
fucking court, they do this shit?
No. I said that to make relevance to what I'm saying about the child support. Every case ain't gonna be the same. I may go in there and she may say, "Hey,
None of us
you
said
got
it would be.
jail today." You ain't
But
gonna go to jail today,
overpaying is not a
But
case.
Rico can go tomorrow and she can give your ass 5 months in jail.
Not for
Overpaying
overpaying.
is not
Not
a
for
case.
overpaying. They
You
can't
ain't
give
gonna
you
get
no
off of
time
that
for
type
overpaying.
thing.
Hold on.
You're not gonna
So
get
you're
off of
saying,
that.
so hold on. So what you're saying that a judge does not have the discretion to put a man in contempt or to put
For
him in jail.
overpaying, no.
No. For anything she wants. So even overpaying
No,
child.
she don't.
No,
You have
you
to
gotta
commit a
commit a
crime.
crime.
No.
You have
No.
to commit a crime
No.
for them to be
Okay,
able to do
hold
it.
on. So hold on. So hold on. So we got the Rico and Clarence law firm, right? So what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do is before
Shout out to Chef Shapiro. Shout out to 5100.
before tomorrow night, you know, 'cause I have some people that go to my church. I have a female judge, black female judge, that go to my church. I'm going to call her tonight. I know it's last minute. I know she told me to give her a 72-hour notice, but I don't care. I'm going to reach out to her tonight and see if she can come on the show. And I'm going to make sure she have her credentials, and I'll make sure that you'll be able to see her credentials and know that she sits on the bench.
Let her cam up.
I'll send you pictures of her.
All she gotta
And
do
when
is
she,
give me
hold
the
on.
trust. All I need- Okay.
Rico, I'm gonna make sure I have my camera ready when she say I have the discretion to do what the fuck I want to do. And when she say that, I'm gonna snap a picture of your face.
But
I'm
do me a
gonna snap
favor.
a picture of your
Look,
face.
Hey,
I'ma
as
do
long
you
as
a
she
favor.
can- Wait.
Before
As long
you
as she's
invite
cammed
her,
up.
right? No, Clarence, hold up. Before you invite her, make sure you tell her that she bring the Texas law statute that's been codified by law that says it's a crime to overpay.
This fuck nigga still out here trying to do. He trying to make the show like it's his. The Clarence ain't shit either.
I want to hear his thing.
Rico, there you go moving that goddamn goalpost again.
No.
Fuck Rico.
Right on point.
Rico ain't on no goddamn point.
You want me to
So
move
you
the
mean to
goal?
tell me, Rico, stop this. Stop it, Rico. You mean to
That
tell me
flag is planted on
you mean to
overpayment.
tell me, hold on, Rico. You mean to tell me every judge follow the book? Stop this bullshit.
You
Wait,
said
wait,
overpayment
we
was
never
a
said
crime.
that. Wait, we never said that. All we're
Okay,
saying
so-
is that they can't do anything unless you commit a crime. How can they?
Thank you,
can't
Chef.
be-
He was not.
Hold on.
Thank you,
Come on,
Chef.
now.
Brother
This is
Brother
what-
Clarence,
this
you
is
been,
what I think
It's two of these
Brother
motherfuckers
Clarence,
against
you,
one.
Brother Clarence, you've been in the world longer than me. How many niggas you know, especially in California? How many dudes you know, 30, 40 years old, just getting out of prison and ain't do a goddamn crime?
Well,
The
that's
judge
because
do
they
the
put
book at
they
the
put the
judge
crime
They were
do the
on them.
charged with a crime, whether they
listen,
did it
Right.
or not.
Black
Just
man, listen.
because you charged with a crime doesn't
It
mean
still
you
has to be a. It still
listen
has
to
to be a
Listen to
crime. Nobody said
Listen to
you
me.
did it, but you have to be charged with a crime.
Thank you.
It
And
has
so
to
they got
be
it.
a
So
crime.
there's a lot of guys out there that have been charged, wrongly charged with doing some crimes. Yes,
Right.
but that has nothing to do with this case.
So
This
so
case,
there's
the
no
guy
there's
wasn't
no
wrongly
crime.
charged or nothing.
So
There was
hold
nothing to
on.
charge him with.
Hold on. So
He
why?
wasn't
So
charged with
okay.
overpaying.
So if there's nothing wrong with this case, why? If there's nothing wrong with this case,
I
then
didn't say
why?
there was nothing wrong with it. I said that doesn't apply in this case.
He
He
has
wasn't
a
wrongly
valid
charged.
charge.
There,
He wasn't
there,
wrongly charged in this case.
now
Because
Rico, Rico,
he was never charged with overpaying. That was never the charge.
No.
and since Rico works for the clerk office, Rico, I want you to look up also the judge that presided over this child support case and see how many times she's been reported.
That
See
was not your
how many
argument,
times she
black
about
man.
that.
Black man, if that was your argument, I would do that. But that was not your argument.
Oh, come on now.
You guys came in here and you had
I'm
two
just
narratives.
saying,
You
if we're gonna look at the case,
know we got the tape. And we got the tape with what y'all said exactly.
Yeah, Black Man is on here. It's live, bro. It's definitely live on their fucking fuck channel. But I knew they was gonna try to do this shit. They don't want us to be together. They had me in the back channel talking about, so we gonna only do it one at a time. These niggas is some fuck niggas, and there's two of them against Black Man. But he holding both of them niggas in a headlock. These fuck ass niggas out here trying to argue about technicalities and shit. The motherfucker did over fucking pay. His goddamn pay was goddamn withheld. He can't do nothing about it if the motherfuckers that's supposed to have dispersed it to the goddamn courts dispersed it to the courts. These niggas is trying to be on a fucking technicality. They got mad yesterday when we was on the motherfucking channel handing them they motherfucking ass. And these fuck ass motherfuckers, and this shit has stemmed from July. I think it was a show that we did in July, and Clarence came on to Black Man's platform saying all kind of fuck ass shit. And this is why we having the fucking argument, because these motherfuckers keep spinning shit when we are talking about the subject was about child support. They get mad at me because I said fuck the whole goddamn system. I don't think nobody should pay shit. Throw all of us in motherfucking jail then if it's gonna be like that, motherfucker. Change your motherfucking laws. And I stand on it.
it's supposed to be the concrete evidence.
Okay, but we're gonna get the
Well,
case.
where are your
Your judge, right?
But
We're
Black
gonna
Man,
get your
Black Man,
judge.
this-
We're
this-
gonna get your judge to come and tell
Yeah,
us
that's
that in
fine,
Texas they
but
locking
Black
niggas up
Man,
for overpaying.
really, can you?
That's
I
what
mean,
we gonna get.
is overpaying your child support a crime? It's not a crime.
No.
I don't know any
So
state.
make sure
It doesn't matter if it's a crime, Clarence. Hey, listen, hey, Brother Clarence, you grew up in the 60s. If your ass was caught on the street, Brother Clarence, doing something where it was a crime or not, what they charge your ass or not, the judge
That's
don't have
called
right to
juvenile
fuck you
delinquency.
over,
There's all
Clarence.
kinds of charges they can charge you with. He just see. I told you they do this. They literally want to move shit. They say one thing and then they don't stand on it. That charge, that claim was that man went to jail for overpaying and over visiting. He did not.
Well, Rico, while we got everybody here, let me do this real quick, man. Let me break into the fundraiser.
Fuck this motherfucker, man. The whole thing was this. And we're going to have the videos and the receipts. Shit, I don't know if Black Man going to change the whole thing. We were supposed to be talking about the system. But since this fuck ass shit came this morning, I seen it coming. We probably be talking about these fuck ass two motherfuckers when it comes down to it. These niggas is something different, man. Two old ass niggas sitting there, and the one with the hat on, this the motherfucker said, I'm for child support, and I think the system is fair. He said this. This is his whole thing. The system is fair. And if these motherfuckers don't want to pay child support, then they should take their ass to jail. We were supposed to have a conversation about it. The motherfucker ran. He motherfucking ran. Fuck my.
Before you ask Rico, no, Rico, hold on. Before you ask the chat, watch this. When I first heard about the story, I said, man, it's crazy as fuck. Ain't no man getting arrested for overpaying no goddamn child support. I said it.
With that.
And hold on. I even said it. But guess what?
With that.
And guess what? Somebody said, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, I said, God damn. And then on top of that, you know Cornell, you say you know Cornell X, right? You say you know him. You know Cornell X ain't finna get into no shit that ain't about nothing.
I don't know him.
You know
I don't know what he'll get
even
into.
Brother Clarence, you know that Brother Clarence, you know that show That's your brother in arms. You know that Cornel X ain't finna represent no bullshit for the Nation of Islam.
Well, I know. What I know about him is he's gonna stand up on what he believes. So
Right, exactly.
wait, listen,
Right or
listen,
wrong.
brother, listen, brother.
Right or wrong.
If he believes that the brother's in the right, then he's gonna stand on that. Whether
Right
he
or
got the
wrong.
correct information or not, he's gonna stand with the brother, right?
And he
so
will
then
not be
definitely
the
he's
first
gonna
or
do
only
that. So
activist.
maybe there's some more
hold on.
information he may not have.
Okay, Brother Clan, do you think Cornel X is an honest brother?
I think
I
so.
don't-
I think he's a good brother. I think he really is a good brother.
Right. So don't you think
that
he's a
doesn't
smart
mean
man?
he can't make an error here and there?
Well, no. I'm
What up, man? What's going on, Beans? What's going on, brother?
in his investigation before he put his name on anything.
CJ, just like what you just said, bro, they're literally arguing about a law as if it's concrete. The fact is that they are arguing shows that it's not concrete. That's all we were saying about the system. He had more instances, but they wanted to horn in on this one instance. What we were just saying was that the system is a unfair system. What we know, Beans, I seen your little podcast. It was a show that we was on, that you was on there, and I remember you were trying to get these brothers to, when you was asking Brother Clarence a solid, and I know, man, we was all over talking, everybody was just talking, but you was trying to get some concrete. I'm gonna play that on Saturday, but you were trying to ask that dude, and he would not answer it. And then everybody kept talking. I said, damn, when I watched it, I said, God damn, Beans was right. This motherfucker, and you was like, damn, y'all ain't gonna let me get this shit out. You know how it was. But this motherfucker has been running. Now he got this old punk motherfucking Rico on here, sitting there talking about black men ain't shit. Then he try to paint a picture like we say black women ain't shit. We like, wait a minute, player. Let's have a conversation. No, I don't want to talk to them. He runs. And instead of him standing up there and talking with us like yesterday, like now, they would not allow me and Black Man to be up there together to talk to these niggas. They got Black Man up there talking about something. I don't want to put both of y'all on there. We just gonna take one person. Black Man said, why we can't? It's two of y'all. Why you can't have me and JT on there? This motherfucker's answer was, because it's my show. Okay then, nigga. Fuck that. So don't get mad when we start destroying y'all ass on our shows.
I do agree with you about
I
Rico.
got access to the Texas Law Library.
That's fine. That's fine. You know one thing I do agree with you about?
Yeah, he was out there. That's mistake 1. That's mistake 2. What the fuck? Niggas sound like some goddamn little girls. They don't sound like women. They sound like little girls.
Because the state saying the doctors won't even see her. She can bleed out. She can pass away. They don't give a damn. Right? And so these are the, so if we got law, the laws here in Texas, they change every goddamn day.
Yeah.
Right? This man got arrested. This man went to jail. He went to jail. Listen to me. He went to jail, right? But he went to court first. This judge has been investigated several times for doing this, some of the dumbest shit you can do on the bench.
I believe that.
Right. So if you know this woman's integrity is compromised, why can't you believe she sentenced this man to jail for overpaying his child support?
No, because that's not because even in Texas, this is what I believe. As fucked up as Texas is, they have to charge you with a fucked up Texas law. That's all I'm saying. And there's no
shout out to Jill Chocolate. Shout out to Jill Chocolate.
Right, Jenny. It's my show because it's my show.
Even Texas requires you to be charged
right.
with
Shout out to LaShonda Hudson.
What I'm going to
do? Something.
What I'm going to do?
You be like, what's the charge?
What I'm going to do? I'm going to have what I'm going to do. Right? We're going to have a great show tomorrow. Right? And we're going to have a great show. I can't wait to see you guys. I'm peacock happy, honeymoon proud to have you guys come on the show tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna have everything together, video
These
clips.
scared ass
I'm
bitches
gonna have it together. We're gonna have a really, really good time in the barbershop tomorrow.
They ain't gonna come.
Right? We're gonna talk about this system that y'all love so much. And we're gonna break.
Wait.
But
Why did you say we love it?
Cause y'all do.
Just because we telling you how it operates.
Cause y'all
and
fucking do.
What it's supposed
They ain't
to be
gonna
doing.
come, black man.
They
ain't gonna come.
Your people
Y'all
are
come over here and y'all say this stuff, man, and y'all
Hold
just
on.
off to see it.
Your people are represented. Listen, you and Rico sat on this thing, and Rico said, "I support the child support system." How
Yes.
could it be?
I'm saying
How could
it
it be corrupt? How could it be corrupt? It ain't corrupt.
It's not corrupt.
These niggas just don't want to pay their child support. So you mean tell me that's not supporting it?
Well,
So
I definitely listen. I support.
You see what I'm saying?
Get these kids take care of these kids.
Provision.
Absolutely. But do I think it needs to be some changes? Even Rico admits that needs some changes.
No, he
But
said
I'm
no.
not-
He said he
Okay,
believe in it,
but
nigga.
damn, it's the only thing we
He
got.
said it's fair.
If y'all got something that y'all want to see happen, then why don't y'all get out there and make a movement and get men together and go vote and make it
But we
happen?
ain't getting rid of it.
Nigga said go
Hell
vote.
no.
That don't mean we
This
love
nigga
it just
said
because
go
we're telling
vote.
you the best way to work with
Hey,
it.
listen,
You
man.
know,
Say
you know
go
why we ain't
vote.
getting rid of it, black man? Because 30% of
Shout out to the
30% of
intellectual
kids who are
soapbox.
old child support receive nothing. So
Hey,
why would
but
I
you know
get
what?
rid of it when only 70%
Rico, but I'm not gonna let you
Let me
down.
finish.
I'm
You
not
wanted
gonna,
to?
Rico, I'm not gonna let you badmouth black men because black
Who
men
said
that work
black
their
men?
fucking
I said
asses off.
30% of children who are old child support don't receive it. That's black, white,
Okay.
Asian, and Latino.
Okay, but you know what, Rico?
Of
Rico,
children who
you
are
know what I've never.
entitled to child support receive nothing.
Let me ask black
I
man a
don't
question.
give a fuck what color they are.
You know what I've never heard you say, Rico?
What?
I've never heard you say, because you talk about the government and laws. I've never heard you say this. I've never heard you say 51% of the CDC says 51% of black men are in the homes with their children taking care of their kids.
Let me hear what you got to say.
I ain't heard that. I didn't hear you say 30% of black men are graduating. 30% of black men are graduating college right now, and the jails are more empty now for black men.
Black men.
I don't hear that come out. All I hear is
ain't there. Right now, we talk about the men that ain't there.
Right.
You talk about the men that's there. We talk about the men that ain't there.
Okay. Let me indulge this.
No, Rico, because I want to ask him a question real quick. I want to ask him a question.
You got to have some balance.
But
Okay.
no. I got all the balance in the world.
Okay, wait.
What?
I gotta ask him a question, Rico. Let me
Go
ask him
ahead.
a quick question. Okay, black man. Now, we don't love this system, but this is what we got on the table. Now, what we saying to you is, if you don't like this system, okay, do you have an alternative for getting these kids this money? Because if we don't have,
Please notice, people.
we'll have a situation.
He said the reason why he won't bring two of us up there, or he won't come on the black man's platform, because it's too many people talking at him. You got these two motherfuckers that's sitting back, going back and forth. Both of them, they out here fighting to get a damn conversation in with him, and he's still handling their ass. That's their whole reason for not wanting to come onto the platform. Fuck them.
You know what that is.
Fuck Rico and fuck goddamn Clarence. Fuck both of y'all.
I putting this, I don't like boasting about nothing because we helping people as a whole, but I want to express this. The men of Issachar, do you know how many children we feed for Thanksgiving? Do you know how many we feed for Christmas, Easter? Do you know how many we feed on a daily basis? They get one meal at school, and they got a hotline number they can call, and we drop it.
That's good. That's good that you're feeding these kids on 3 days out of the year. But what
No.
about the other days?
You missing it. I said we have a line. We're connected to all the mamas. I can show. It's for privacy. I have to show you in the back chat.
Hold on, I got
But we have a list. We have a list of all the mamas. We talk to them year round. We go to their house. We pick their sons up to go fishing. We take them basketball practice, anything they need.
What about the ones you can't fit in the car?
Clarence, you gotta let me.
The ones you what? The ones you what?
Please.
All right, I'm gonna let Rico finish,
Okay,
and then I'll ask. Go ahead.
And because I'm just sitting there saying, because goddamn, y'all box
Rico sound like his goddamn wife. You gotta let me get in, please.
great things that you do. No, Clarence, this is real, because I want you to catch it right while we're here. You just talked about all the great things you do, right? And
what we do. What we do. I said what we do. Say we, because I don't do it by myself. I don't do it by myself.
You asked me about balance. Why I don't promote black men this and black men that and whoop-de-whoop. Okay. Let me ask you a question, because I'm going to give you an opportunity to fix it. Did you just not Tuesday night advocate to break the system of child support, the system that you say I love, that black men should refuse to pay child support and go to jail.
I did.
Okay, so you're advocating for a system.
Hell yeah, Jenny.
Black men do not provide provision for their
Goddamn
children.
Bushwhacker Brothers, boy. If y'all don't know nothing about that,
Taking care about them. You're
that was that WWF, wasn't it?
because
yeah,
you want to disrupt a system. Sir, you want to disrupt the system. You say, fuck it, we all shouldn't pay and we should all go to jail.
Absolutely. You know why? You just said yourself. You said men ain't in the house, they don't take care of their fucking kids,
I
they
didn't
all
say
over the
that,
place.
but go ahead.
No. You Rico, you
Go
did
ahead.
say you say black men don't take care of their kids and they need to
Did
be
I
put on
say
child
that?
support.
Yeah, you
Right,
did.
okay, that's fine.
No,
Me-
go
you-
ahead.
Yeah, you did.
We're already being black men are already being accused of being nothing. They don't take care of their
Hearing
kids.
shit, but
They
go
don't.
ahead.
They don't do nothing. All right, okay. So a black men don't do nothing. And shit, if the men back in the day with suits on and Stacey Adams shoes can be in jail for 3 days, black men can take a stand today and say, listen,
Did you
we're
hear
no
me say
longer-
all that, black man?
Hold on.
Did you hear me
We're-
say that?
He's
We're
giving
no
goddamn
longer going
context, you
to put
fuck.
up with a system that is not balanced.
Did you hear me say that, black man?
Hear you say what?
What you just said, I said.
So you don't say black men. You don't say in this conversation today before I came
Did you
on.
hear me? Yeah, in this conversation today, did I say a single word you just said?
Yes.
No. Before I got on the show today, what did you say about what did you say
I
about
didn't
me
say a
taking care of
goddamn
their
thing
kids?
about black men.
What did you
What
say
the
about men
fuck?
taking care of their kids? What did you say?
I didn't even get to that point.
You say niggas. You say these niggas out here don't even take care of their kids. They butt hurt.
Yes.
They don't got no fucking responsibility. Come on now.
Oh, I don't recall saying that today. That is
Oh,
Yeah, now he don't recall
So,
saying it.
but wait
Oh,
a
we got
second,
more
let me ask you
receipts.
this, though.
We got
But
more
if
receipts
you
for your
going to
funky
jail-
ass. We got more receipts for your funky ass.
How does that counter what I said?
If
Because you're
I'm
going
going
to jail, so you're not taking care of your kids any fucking. So then you're the very thing that I said that you said I said. Because you don't want to pay, you're going to go to jail.
No. You
No,
can't
no,
put me in that.
you
You can't put me in that. You can't put me in that category. You can't say you because I
You
have full.
said it.
No, hold on. You can't put me in that category because I have 100% custody of my kids,
But
and
you
I
did-
invested
I asked you,
thousands of dollars in
black
my
man,
kids.
I asked you, did you just advocate for black
Yes,
men
absolutely.
to refuse
Absolutely.
to pay child support?
Absolutely. Absolutely
and to
advocate
go
for
to jail.
Absolutely advocate for it because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for any goddamn thing.
That's
and
the
me-
most crazy,
I don't give a goddamn what you say.
Wait,
I don't
hold on.
So in one breath,
Rico.
I don't care what you
in
say.
one breath, you're saying we do all this great
I
stuff for
don't
black
care what
people.
you say. There
Let me
shouldn't
finish.
be a man making
Let me finish.
$50,000 an hour, paying
So-
$700 a month in
so-
fucking child support.
So
It's-
in this breath, in the first breath, I do everything in the world for the black people. But in the next breath, all you niggas fuck them black kids. Let's go to jail.
What the
Make it
fuck?
Who said fuck the black kids?
You just said you
What the
advocated for
fuck?
black men not to
Yeah,
pay
but
child
hold on. I
support
said I
and
advocate
to
for
go
me
to
standing
jail.
for something. I advocate for me standing for something. If that's for them to go to jail, then so be it. I'll
and
be
not
right
take
there
care
with
of
them.
their children.
I'll be
and
right
not
there
take
with
care
them.
of their children.
I'll be right
And
there
not
with
take
them.
care of their children.
I'll be right there with them.
And
I'll be
not
leading
take care of their
the
children.
charge. I'll
Don't
be
skip that part.
leading
Okay,
the
And
okay,
charge.
not
okay,
We
okay,
all
gentlemen. Let me, black man. Don't you think that there might be a couple of different ways that we can approach the thing before? Because I think the jail thing should be the last. I think
That's
that
what
should
I'm
be the
saying.
last
It's about
approach.
100 things you could do first.
All right.
it's
But number one
another
is
thing,
fuck them
because
kids.
because let me
Fuck
ask you a
them
question. If you guys go to, let's say all you guys go to jail and you're in there for 180 days or
Who
100
the
days,
fuck take
whatever,
care of
right?
your kids?
Who is going to pay the biggest price for that?
Your children. Your
Rico,
children.
stop giving them the answers.
Your children.
Stop-
No. You said, hold on, say it again because you broke up a little bit. You said,
I
you said what?
said if let's say you get 10,000 men that say we're gonna go to jail. 10,000 guys in the state of Texas say we're not paying our child support. We're gonna go to jail. We'd rather do the 6 months in jail. They go do 6 months in jail. Who do you think is gonna pay this biggest price for them not paying their child support?
I don't think it's a big price to be paid. I think it'll be a movement. That'll be on every news channel in the world.
And that's what we
You,
said.
That's why you can't win.
listen, hold on, Rico. Because I've been out in these streets doing this. So you can't come on now. So if I put a group of if I put 10,000 men together and marched down the streets of Dallas and said, "We ready to go to jail today. If we don't get the laws changed for child support, we will be on every news outlet in America."
I doubt it.
We will make a move. Okay.
First of all, nobody cares about black men.
Clarence, they're gonna make the news.
Second of
they're
all,
gonna make the news. Getting on the.
That's obvious with these two fuck motherfuckers. At least we know these two motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
Cohen would definitely get on the news.
That's my point is, because it's gonna take some real men to do this shit, not the niggas.
My point is, there's some other. See, listen.
That's right. Rico and Clarence, stay y'all ass at home.
So real men. So let me ask you a question. So real men will sit there and leave their child's life for 6 months without permission. That's what a real man does.
Let me finish, Rico. I'm for making some changes to child support. I'm for that. Okay, but at the same time, I don't want to put pressure on the children, more pressure on the children to have to deal with it. That's the point. And I think in this case, there's other avenues to where we don't have to put all that pressure on the children. Because if you listen, what you're advocating, let me clearly point out what you're advocating. You're advocating for these children to go without whatever meals or whatever they need for 6 months, so that you guys can prove a point that you ain't gonna pay child support. It's redundant.
But
whether a kid fucking eat based off of whether I pay child support, that's some stupid ass shit that these motherfuckers trying to paint.
You making it seem like the men don't want to take care of their kids. That's not it.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, bro. Stop. You guys keep saying stuff that's just because you guys are emotional.
Here we go again with that. You guys are emotional, and the number one emotional is his wife right next to him.
Brother Clarence, I'm being respectful.
Trying to change the law.
Brother Clarence, I'm being respectful. Right? Don't put it.
Black man. Hold on.
And that's why I had to cuss his ass out. That's why I said his ass was bad for goddamn black men.
You guys are trying to change the law. I get that. Okay, but I'm saying the sacrifice you making is so great that it's redundant, because you guys are saying, hey, we want to change the law for child support, and so how we gonna change it is to not take care of our kids, and we're gonna let our kids handle the brunt of this sacrifice, so that we can make y'all see. And when y'all see how bad our kids are suffering, then y'all change the law. It don't make sense to me. In my opinion, is that it's going to make more sense if you try to do these other avenues, and then if it ultimately comes to that, then that's something that's on the table.
Okay, Brother Clarence.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
You grew up in the civil rights era. Is that correct?
Just about. Yes.
I guarantee you that it was some black people just like y'all right now telling Martin Luther King, listen, there's other avenues you can go. You don't have to get arrested tomorrow. You don't have to let them German shepherds bite y'all. You know what? It's other avenues y'all can go down to get right for yourself.
Agreed.
I guarantee. But what did Martin do? What did Martin do though? What did he do? He went to jail.
Brother, there was other avenues. There was other avenues he could have taken, right? But he decided that's what he wanted to do, right? But at the same time, like I said before, we had other communities. Okay, he wasn't able to provide for his children. His wife knew there was other churches and other people. Our community was much tighter, that they knew his family was suffering. They was bringing his family through.
Clarence, can I ask you
other resources.
Clarence, let me ask you a question, because see, once again, this shit is getting super stupid and super crazy. Okay, ain't no way in fuck.
You don't stand for shit, Rico. You don't stand for shit.
I do stand for shit. I stand for supporting my fucking children. Okay, because I believe that a father's bond to provision and protect for their child should never be broken for a minute, a second, a day, no motherfucking matter what. You can hate the system, you can hate the woman, you can hate whatever, but you have a duty-bound obligation to provision for your child. So any motherfucker that advocates to go to jail, neglect and abandon their child, ain't a fucking father to me. Stand for that.
So hold on, Rico. So all those sleepless nights that Malcolm and Martin was in jail, you're saying they're stupid as fuck for going to jail, leaving their kids?
No, I'm about to tell you what they went to jail for.
Come on, bro.
No. You asked me a question. Okay, their fight was much greater than I don't want to pay child support. They were fighting because niggas was being lynched. Okay?
And what else were they fighting for? What else were they fighting for? No. We ain't gonna say niggas. No, we're not gonna say lynched. We're not gonna say lynched. Rico, let's stop right there. Rico, let me educate you. Rico, let me educate you. They did not go. They presented the bill of lynching. They just now in 2022 just passed a non-lynching
Black
act
man.
just in
We ain't talking about the
2022.
bill.
So what are you talking about?
They were fighting because
Motherfucker, they was fighting for equality. They were fighting for fucking equality with your dumb ass. They were fighting for fucking equality. And that's what we are talking about, you dumb ass.
So hold on. Oh, Rico. So you're basically Rico. So you're saying Rico, you're saying hold on. So Rico, you're saying that if men stand up to a corrupt system, they don't want to take care of their kids.
You can stand up to the system, but you don't abandon the responsibility of providing for your children.
You're not no. The
Yes,
system
you are.
corrupt.
You
The system
advocate going to jail.
Hold on, Rico. Let's just end this right here. Okay, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X both had support networks around them. The vast majority of the guys you're going to send to jail don't have that support networks around them. The only support network is who? The government. And who's the government? Who's giving the government that money? Wait a minute, Rico. Wait a minute. We need to get it out on the table. The only people that have this that are going to support guys like go support their children is when the women go and file for government assistance, right? Because the men ain't there to give them no money, right? That's going to be us.
What?
Right? And I'm saying to you, okay, I'm with you guys making a stand, but why should it be at my expense? Or why should it be at the kids' expense?
You don't see how disrespectful it is to compare the two.
Oh my God!
Wait. It ain't the same thing. But I believe in his head. It makes sense.
Oh my God! It's amazing to me it's amazing to me when black men want to stand for something. Why has it got to be on my tax dollars? But your tax dollars paying for tanks and missile launches that kill 6 and 7-year-old girls in other countries every day.
And you ain't man.
Wait a minute, brother. I don't mind. Wait a minute. I didn't ask for those missile launchers, just like I didn't ask for child support. I didn't ask for none of that. But that's the system we got in place. That's the system that we got in place. But and wait a minute. And Rico will tell you in a few minutes. He's going to tell you that child support was started. The child support system was started in 1975, right? Okay. That and its ultimate goal was to take care of children of men that weren't able to provide or wasn't providing for them, whether they able or not, weren't providing for them. So that is a safety net that was set up to provide for that situation. Now, Clinton came in and made changes to it to not incentivize men to just going around willy-nilly having children all over the place, thinking that the government is just going to pay for all their children, right? They made some changes to the situation. Okay, so, but it all started in 75 to try to help white women who men were just hitting and running, help white women with their children, especially out there in the Appalachian Valley and all of those type of places where it's a lot of countryside. They're trying to help white women it's a federal situation, so it has to extend to everyone, right? Okay, so now we're in this situation now where what do you think should happen with these women that's having babies with these men that not taking care of their children? What? Because if you're talking about, I get it. What should go in place of it?
Brother Rico said, when men go stand up, that means they don't want to take care of the responsibility of their children. All right, Rico. So when it comes to you, when you were Pet Don, I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah, you keep trying to flip it.
I'll use me. Go ahead. I'm not gonna use you as an example. I'm gonna use myself. When I got put on child support, I was confused. I said, why the fuck would she go down here and put me on child support when I'm paying half of her goddamn bills, half of her car note, and half of her fucking insurance? She said she wanted more. Girl, my sister told me, hey, I'm telling you, she talking to her family. She want more. She said, hey, your money shouldn't be just limited to what the bills are. So she took me to court to get child support because she wanted over what I was paying. Rico, I was paying 50 per. I still got all the paperwork right now. I'll show it to you. I'll redact my personal information and show it to you. I got the receipts. I paid 50% of everything she owned, house, car. Okay, hold on. So hold on. So is it okay for the system to be able to try to get more out of me when I can show the system I've been paying half of everything the motherfucker got? That's a corrupt system.
No, but you what you're what you're doing is this. Let me finish. I'm telling you, I don't disagree with what you're saying. See, that's part of the problem. You guys personalize this too much. Y'all don't look at it at a macro level. You look at it at a micro level. So you look at your personalized experience or someone you know.
But how many men have gone? If you did a census, how many men have gone through that? Let's be honest.
All I'm saying is, while these stories are true,
did this
and I don't discount them, because
did he say you guys are personalizing it? I'm gonna
took them to court, and guess what? He ended up paying less. Come to find out, he was doing more on his own. She got greedy, ended up getting less. That happens every day too. What I'm saying is the system is designed for the macro, not the micro. We can't throw the system out for every singular bad instance.
Shout out to knowledge and relationships.
Like yours that occurred. I get that. I'm not disputing that. But what you described is what you and her agreed to do. And it worked for a while until she got greedy. I agree with that. But you never had to do that. You could have said from the get-go at any point in any time.
Intellectual soapbox, come on back up, man. We're about to open it up. Man.
Either party can decide, nah, fuck it. I'd rather go through the court. I don't want to give you all that. Anybody could. You could. If she could say, I want to do, you're like, nah, fuck it. Let's take it to court. Or she can do it. The bottom line is a calculator that they do. So this narrative that's pushed out, well, if the woman asks for it, they're going to get what the woman wants. No, they don't. That's not how it works. There's a calculator in most cases. They take your income, they look at all this stuff, and the math is the math. So I'm just saying the constant narrative that's pushed out that's disingenuous or not true is irresponsible.
A black man is going through a bad little area, man.
Let me say this.
Going through a bad area.
Listen, you let them pivot. It's disrespectful to compare the two causes.
We're going to get to that, Rico.
No, that's what you can't get off of. The cause of child support and the cause that they fought for, that Malcolm and Martin fought for, they don't compare. And it's disrespectful to compare the two. I don't have an issue with black men fighting. What I'm saying is I don't have an issue with black men fighting. But you
already had subscribed to Bolo TV, going over to Bolo TV and subscribe to Bolo TV. Hold on, guys. I got you guys in the background. Black Man Unfiltered, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, listen, I'm gonna let them go ahead and come on up because I got football practice in 10 minutes, so I got to get to this football practice.
Okay.
But hey, but listen, brother Queen, I will send you the link to the show tomorrow for you and Rico, 8:30 Central Standard Time.
Okay, I will be there, and as long as you will keep it so that nobody can, I'll be able to speak and finish what I'm saying, and you'll control that situation. So they're not all trying to jump on everything I say. As long as I can speak, I'll stay. If I feel at any time that I'm
as long as you don't let nobody hurt me,
and I ain't making no promise.
As long as you don't let nobody hurt me,
Black Man Unfiltered, before you go,
he ain't gonna come. We already know. Goddamn Rico ass ain't gonna come with his fuck ass.
What's going on? How you doing, man?
Nothing much, man. Hey, so look, right? So like I was like, listening to a little bit of convo, right? I didn't get just to hear the entire beginning. But I do want to say this though, right? I think like everybody has great ideas, right? When it comes to making a stand for child support. Now, I know some people are going to look at it like it's ridiculous, right? For men to be willing to throw themselves in jail just to try to change the system. But see, the thing is, this is the problem of what we have, right, as black folks, right? We got like each party, right? We got to have like an opening and listening. I understand, like, as far as like, okay, when you put yourself out there in the risk like that, you will be neglecting your children. Let's just say, because I heard like 6 months or whatever, right? And here's the thing, I'm just being fair, like, not biased in any kind of way, but, I think that it's a good idea. It's a good start. Now, however, you got to have a plan B when doing so. So let's say if you do have those 10,000 men and they're willing to do whatever it takes to try to make that change. Now, unfortunately, the white man will be happy enough to lock up all these Negroes and lock them up behind bars, or it could turn to something else. Okay, if that fails, where's the plan B? What will be the plan B action to try to follow up and make sure that, hey, that change could go through to a point that it could be adjusted? You know what I mean? Like, to me, I mean, child support, the whole system is whack, and I understand that when it comes to women do abuse the system, unfortunately, because it benefits in their favor, but not all the way through. That's just what they think. Now, the ones who could really change the system, realistically, is the men. But because, America's so greedy and they look at it as a way to make lucrative amount of money, like the state or the government or whatever, they're going to do whatever it takes to penalize, especially black men or whatever, when it comes to trying to take care of the kids or trying to do things in a certain type of way. Like, I think the last time, it was like OG Patrice, you guys had a conversation. One of you guys had mentioned about like EBT, not EBT, but like kind of like little like debit cards or whatever. I think that it would have been a good system if like it actually goes towards the child, and then you have receipts to like the spending amount instead of going into the baby mama, and then like maybe 5% goes to the child. That's the part that I really think that is messed up when it comes to the system, because ultimately it doesn't even benefit the kid at all. The kid don't know what the mother's buying or whatever, and 9 times out of 10, some of these ratchet mothers ain't even buying nothing like the nicest stuff for their children anyway. They're just using their money so they can spend up, gloat around to their girlfriends, and they just do whatever they want to do. And all it does is just promote. All it does is just promote pretty much, a lot of broken, dysfunctional type of relationships because it's so heavily incentivized.
But the question is this. The question is this, though. Every time we come into these conversations, I think we use outliers as descriptive as a whole. So while all those descriptions you gave, M3, they're absolutely accurate. I know they exist. But that could be 2 or 3% of the cases. And then when we have this whole conversation, we take these outliers and say, this is what all these women are doing. When in most cases, by the time child support is received by the mother, it's always behind anyway. So basically, say, for example, your child support is due October 1st. Well, your job's starting to take it. They don't send it till November 1st. So that woman has already had to expend her money doing what your money was supposed to do. So then when she get it, she's basically paying herself back. But a dude will sit there because, and it's funny, I need a complete accountant of where all my money going. That's ridiculous. So now me as a custodial parent, I got to do an additional job to account for every fucking dollar so you can feel good. I ain't doing that shit. I didn't do it as a custodial father. I got the money. I did what the fuck I wanted to do with it. When I paid it, she did what the fuck she wanted to do with it. I assumed that she was going to take care of my child. That's a given. I get that there are cases where women don't do that. That's fine. But we have got to stop acting like that. That's the majority, because it's not. Most women are not taking that money, tricking it off, buying, getting their hair and nails done. Yeah, we know some ratchet ass ones that do. Right. But they ain't getting that much in the first.
But where your numbers coming from, Rico?
I get.
So what we? So you can have
I get that covered.
Your opinion. Everybody.
I get that.
No numbers on where they spending the money.
All right, let's go new growth, and then let's go M3. No, let's go new growth. Endless smoke box, and then back to M3 because I know M3 got your smoke for you, Rico. So new growth.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give no smoke or anything. I just trying to. Okay, but go ahead.
I agree with the whole thing, like not blaming the women totally, right? But we gotta be conscientious of what's going on. If us as black men, all of us black men, some older, some younger, if we not gonna sit here and say that the system has totally been designed against us, we are kidding ourselves. For us to sit in here and assimilate the system and say, oh, the system is good for us, that's bullshit. Every black man on this panel knows that, and every black woman knows that in heart. But they getting a piece of the system now.
Say it again. I want to make sure I'm clear with what you're saying. Go ahead.
It's bullshit if we sit here and say that the system was not designed against us. The police department, from the labor units, all labor corporations, all of this thing. And for us to sit here and say that
specifically.
Okay, but I'm giving you a background because you had a problem with me saying Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
I'm just trying to make sure I understand you. That's all.
Yeah, but for you to say that that's a disrespect, that's crazy. Because Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was killed because of the poor people's movement. Martin Luther King it could be argued, the smartest man in the world at that time. He won a Pulitzer Prize, 50,000. He gave it straight to the movement. He didn't have to go to jail.
Nobel Peace Prize too.
Yes, he wanted to go to jail. He wanted to be a Southern minister. No, he sacrificed his life and his family. So what are you talking about that he's not? We can't compare that. It was so many things that we were going through, not just hanging. We weren't getting paid equally. It was I forgot what state it was in. Forgive me, but it was a garbage pan black man, and the movement got together because this guy got crushed in a garbage pan.
No pension. I'm aware.
Yes,
I'm aware. It was Tennessee.
And he said, and I remember Martin Luther King went to Chicago and said, "I've never seen this amount of poverty in my life. I had no idea." So he lived there for 6 months. He left his family for 6 months. So for
New Grove,
it's not the same thing. That's bullshit.
New Grove. Don't you think that back at that time, so much stuff was going on? We were more together as a unit, and we would take care of each other.
Well, that's our problem. That still doesn't. That's an excuse to say, well, since we're not together, it's not a good idea.
No, brother. I'm saying it like this. If we're gonna send soldiers out on the field, let's equip them with the best chance to survive. Let's not just send people out on the field.
We put them out on the field with the best chance to win.
That's why.
I'm gonna give you an example of like when the Revolutionary War took place and they had the Boston Tea Party. It was only a handful. They were going against Britain. Britain came in there. They was like, we gonna take that. Britain ruled the world at that time. It was a handful of colonies, right? This is what we celebrate on the July the 4th. That's why they keep whooping our ass, because we fucking cowards. I'm sorry for using this language. We cowards.
Wait a minute. New Grove. Let's clear up the Tea Party thing. They were able to win that war because of the slavery. Slavery gave them the income to be able to buy the ammunition and buy all the weapons that they were able to buy.
See, that's an excuse.
That's the mathematics behind it, brother. I'm not looking for no New Grove. I'm not looking for no excuses. I'm not looking for no excuses. I'm not going to run 100 men into I'm not going to run 100 men into a cannon saying, "Oh well, you know what? So we're going to lose a few." But no, what I'm going to do is try the best way around it. Now, in any event that's our last option, then that's our last option. But I'm just saying, I'm going to look at other options before that.
What other option has worked for us, Brother Clarence?
New Grove, can I ask you a question? Because I want to get your understanding.
Go ahead.
You are a father of two beautiful little black girls.
Yes, sir.
You're gone for 6 months to a year out of their life.
Yes, sir.
Because you decide you willfully want to go to jail rather than pay into the system.
Because
are you even considering? Let me ask you, are you even considering the trauma that's being inflicted on your daughters?
Are you considering the trauma that when we send our boys over here to these countries getting blown up and they have no? But
yes, I do consider that.
So why would we send our boys to these militaries to fight for their well-being, but we won't fight for ours?
But New Grove, that is a profoundly different thing.
No, that in your opinion.
Let me finish. That's, to me, sending people out to fight a war, ergo, whether you believe it's in the defense of nation or national defense or whatever, is profoundly different than me walking out of my children's life willfully for an unknown period of time, hoping I come home, not even knowing if I'm gonna come home, to prove a fucking point.
But let's put the same thing. Let's say to sit at the lunch counter.
I'm going next.
Hold Let me give you one thing. To sit at the lunch counter as black people, just to sit at the fucking lunch counter to prove a point, these people went to jail, got beat the hell up in front of their kids.
Yeah.
That was to prove a point. So
Yes,
a lot of your logic has flaws in it, because when I bring up analogies, you can't refute them. So would that not prove a point when they got beat up?
Saying,
wait, gentlemen. Let me put a pin in that.
Wait, one second.
Okay,
your cause is specifically, I don't agree with the financial provision of these children I'm walking away from. That's not what they fucking fought for.
But
they didn't fight
that's
for.
What you're assuming, Rico.
Excuse me. They didn't fight for. I'm not going to support my family. This issue is I don't like the support.
What up, Dusto?
Talking about child support.
Yeah, brother, I'm about to drop that link in a few minutes. I'm setting it up right now, bro. I'm about to drop that link. So if you guys want to chime in on this shit, and in a couple of minutes, then I'm about to drop that link for y'all. So hold tight for a minute, bro.
Yeah. Rico, let me say this though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Okay, when women, right, was fighting for, so-called equal rights and job opportunities for themselves, was that ridiculous? See, and that's like a point that I'm trying to get to, right? Everyone fights for something that they believe in, that is unjust, like into the system for their own needs. So, like, let's say when civil rights leaders, like, when they're fighting for, the equality to drink at, or to use or go to the same white stores, you know what I mean, or drink at the same white fountains. I may not even agree to it, because I'm like, well, fuck your fountains and fuck your stores. But, other people will disagree otherwise. And those people, they fought for that. And look where we're at. That's the same thing about, like, I feel like when it comes to a system that's unjust and corrupt, I mean, it does lead to, men paying child support for someone else's kids that's not even their own. Women will lie on them and be like, yo, that's your kid. And then come to find out years later, the child is not yours, but you're still stuck supporting and still paying child support because you took on that responsibility as a stepfather, as a father to someone else's kid that doesn't. Well, I'm not done yet. That's not even yours. So the point is, over time, like, shit like that will get worse because no one is really opening their mouth and no one's trying to make a difference. See, the point is, we need to be unified as men if you want to see change happen. But see, we go with this back and forth talk or whatever amongst each other, but we don't really take the action to really fight for, our own rights. Everybody else fight for their rights, but except for us. And when they fight for their own rights, change does over time happen.
At no point did I say not to fight the system. What I say is you don't neglect your obligation to provision for your child.
And hold on, and here's my counter. And here's my counter to that, Rico. Right? And here's my counter to that. Right? Everyone makes a sacrifice.
Exactly.
If you educate your children, they will understand when they grow up. Okay, that the sacrifice you made, you did it for them. You're not doing this for yourself. You're doing it for them. Because as a father, you want to see your kid. You don't want no bitch like to come and try to control, or no white government to try to control your own visitation rights to see your own kid.
And that's another thing, a problem with, brother. Hold on. We can't call our women bitches. That's the mother of your kid. So I understand it's a respect level on both ends. Like, she's no bitch just because she's being manipulated by the system. Go after the system, like you said. Let's go. I'm not even for going to jail, but whatever these brothers want to do to reclaim their manhood, we got to do that. But we can't call our women bitches. That
Okay. Hold on, y'all.
Okay,
Hold
wait,
on,
wait,
y'all.
wait, okay. Well, let me retract that, right?
M3. I'm gonna let you respond.
Yeah.
Wait. M3.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you respond. But we're gonna go
All right.
M3 because I gotta get 84 in here, and then we're gonna get the 5100. So we're gonna go across the bottom, and then we're gonna go around the room again. So gentlemen, try to keep your answers as short as possible. We can't have this many people on the panel and have 20-minute answers. So we got to try to shorten things up. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, I got you, though. Okay. Well, let me sum this up, right? Okay. Now, in my term of calling, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll retract my statement, for now about it. I mean, that doesn't mean I feel like a certain type of way about it. I have my own judgment to it, but, that's not specifically on Black women. I just want to make it clear. When I say bitches, I mean, it could be anybody, not just Black women. Anybody who act like a
Nah,
bitch,
bro, they live.
That's my opinion to it.
I'm live streaming.
Okay?
They live.
But besides that,
that's why I ain't saying too much.
Yeah, you're right. It is the system that's corrupt, and us as men, we got to do what we need to do to change the system. So to wrap it up and make it short, before I head out, we got to make those sacrifices. So I understand about neglecting your responsibility, but maybe that is like your greater responsibility. Your greater responsibility is to make that change so that way we could unify these families. If we just sit there and just worry about, or have so much fear about the consequences, then hell, like we ain't gonna get shit.
Princess.
And we're just gonna be stuck there with a whole lot of broken families. And to me, in my opinion, that's not what I want to see in the future. Because it's gonna get worse if nobody doesn't get together and speak up about it. That's all.
All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Let's go to the intellectual soapbox and then 5100. 84, you there?
Man, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out to everybody on the panel, shout out everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? I see Rico. He got the buggy on, the buggy on the hat. I see you, chilling, cool in the back. I see you. Bro, see what's going on. M3, what up? All of the other two brothers was good, man. I already know y'all was good. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. At the end of the day, I'm gonna just say, like, I'm gonna keep it simple. Like, everybody got to choose better. You know what I'm saying? I was having a conversation with one of my siblings about that, and one of my cousins about that, about choosing better. We got to choose better so we don't even end up in any situation. The problem with our community is that we just don't want to have better choices. We'll make a bunch of excuses, but we don't want to choose better.
If this nigga clap one more goddamn time.
I don't care about civil rights and all that. I mean, I
can clapping while he talk.
He did and all that. I care about it from that standpoint, as far as like, because it was great for our people. And I love the sacrifices that those brothers and sisters made, from him to, to all of them, you know what I'm saying? To everybody that made a sacrifice. Barbara Jordan, everybody. I salute and respect every brother and sister who laid their life on the line so that we can have certain rights and freedoms in this country. Never take away from that. But now at this stage of the game, it's about choices. It's about the choices that we make. You know what I mean? We got enough information to make the right choices. In 2022, shouldn't nobody be having a bunch of kids without being able to take care of them? We got too much knowledge, too much information, too many resources, too many things to still be doing shit they was doing 30, 40 years ago, even 25 years ago. You know what I mean? Men got to start being men and just take responsibility. Stop being with women that are not of your caliber. You know what I mean? And if you with a certain woman, understand her place in your life. You know what I mean? Understand that not every woman is going to be wife material. Not every woman's going to be girlfriend material. Not every woman's going to be a friend. You know what I mean? Put these women in the right spaces and places that they belong. You know what I mean? Be a man, be a leader. You want people to look at you as a leader, right? But then you got to make leader decisions. Part of making the leader decisions is choosing the right mate. You know what I mean? Putting the right women around you. You want, and for the women, y'all want men to respect you. You don't want us to see you as thoughts or streetwalking and things of that nature. Y'all got to walk in the same light. Y'all got to choose better. You know what I mean? But yeah, you want to be around the dope boys and the rappers and the athletes and all that, knowing that these dudes will be messing with 20, 30 girls with ease. Hell, a regular dude be messing with about 10, 15 girls. So can you just imagine an athlete or a rapper messing with hundreds of girls because he has those options? We're in the age of the internet. Everybody got options. You You know what I mean? So it's foolish of you to try to mess with somebody who's going to be not really committed to you in the first place, and you know this already. So why are you wasting your time trying to commit to somebody who you know in the street life, or you know he moving a certain way? But a lot of times women, they believe that they can sometimes be with a guy, or they just want to be with a guy because he is that type of guy, or he's a man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, just get you a regular guy who's gonna love you, support you, and be there for you, and be there as a family man. Stop trying to chase all the dudes that are in this type of life.
Rico know he goddamn wrong to the motherfucker. The sun done went down and everything. This nigga still got shades on. That show you how much of a goddamn idiot he is.
I mean, it wasn't easy, but it had to be said. And that's what we got to do with the women.
You don't look cool.
Conversations, just like we have the conversation with the men.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in my petty moment. I ain't gonna even lie.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's their choice, bro. I can't make them listen. You know what I mean? Time will reveal.
Cool.
We just had the conversation, so they got to make a choice. It's not on me. I did my part. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. We just got to choose better. 2022 and beyond, we got to choose better. That's all I got to say.
Agreed.
Hey, guys, I got to get going. But I just want to say thank you, brother Clarence.
Always.
Rico, was good to see you. And
Item 3.
yeah, see you later, Mr. Soapbox. I can't
You
see
already
like the other names though, but great conversation, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you for
brother.
your
Appreciate
input,
it,
sir.
man.
Appreciate it
Yes,
a
sir.
lot.
Checking in on.
Always
Thanks
good
for
stuff.
having me. If you haven't
All right, no
already
problem.
subscribed to Knowledge and Relationships, gone over to Knowledge and Relationships and subscribe to Knowledge and Relationship and see if that's the kind of content you are down for. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships. All right, brother M3, appreciate you, man. All right, we're gonna move it over to the 5100 podcast, man. Are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Hello?
Is he here?
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, CJ, you better
What are we doing,
homie.
brother? Because if we're gonna have silence.
All right, I'm ready. My bad.
You better represent
My audio was
Memphis.
messing up on my end.
Oh, sorry about that, brother. Okay.
So, what exactly is the myth?
Was the myth about child support?
Yes.
Well, one of the myths was, one myth is that you can go to jail for overpaying. That was a myth that was put out there. And so we had to dispel that. We had to come in.
You didn't
and say,
dispel a
obviously,
motherfucking.
proof
I
is-
hate.
proof
That's
is-
why I
I
ain't
mean, there
go
wasn't
on. I
even
said,
proof
fuck it.
because overpaying your child support is not a crime. Underpaying your child support is a crime. Would you agree with that?
Yes, by the
Okay.
law.
Okay. The next myth is that the children won't suffer. The children are not the primary people that's going to suffer if this mass exodus happens.
If child
where all
support
these-
goes away, children don't suffer.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're for changing the system and making it better, tightening it up. However, we got to tighten it up. But me personally, I don't want to see all these black children suffer. That's me personally. So I think that that's what's going to happen. They're already suffering, and then if you take, that's why I don't advocate child support, men going to jail because of arrears, because it makes no sense. It just makes it worse because now the guy can't work and he can't pay the child support. At least if he's out, he can pay it. He can
And
at
if
least
that
get a
family,
job.
and for example, if that family is slightly above the poverty level, and that person who was paying child support determines I'm gonna go to jail willfully to not pay child support, that family will more than likely slip into poverty.
Right.
So no one's given any concern to that. And if a family slips into poverty, that affects that child for the rest of their life, for their education. We know all of this upward mobility. We all talk about the best success for a child succeeding is a two-parent household and the additional income and the additional resource. We talk about all these things, but now we're having a resource argument where we're saying, okay, potentially for a period of time, a short period of time, a long period of time, no one knows, but we're going to make less resources come into this household that's already tenuous at best. I'm not saying it's
Right.
all of them, but I'm saying
Right.
there will be a group of families that will be severely affected by that loss of income.
Gotcha.
And they're
Here's another
willingly
myth.
doing it.
Okay, gotcha.
Here's another myth.
Hold on, before you go to the third, I want to address the first and second.
Okay.
So the first myth was basically you said that it was not, you cannot go to jail for overpaying, correct?
I said it's not a crime. It's not a crime. Yes.
Okay, it's not a crime.
You
Right.
dispute that you can go to jail for overpaying?
If you're talking
Can you
about
tell us
on
how?
the books for, if you're talking about on the books for the law, no, you cannot.
Okay.
I don't dispute that. But
Okay.
it's a semantical argument. It's semantics because in that case, that man did his part, correct?
What do you mean?
He got caught up, yes.
You know what I'm saying? He paid what he was supposed to pay, but the job didn't deliver the funds to the government.
He what?
We don't
Well, I
know.
didn't hear you.
They
Broke
didn't
up for a second.
clarify how that happened. They didn't clarify how that happened. But if they're taking it out of your check and they don't pay, it's up to you to make sure they're paying. Right?
Okay,
It's up
so
to you to make
I'm
sure
glad you said
they're
that.
paying.
I'm glad you said that because
Okay.
Rico earlier said that he doesn't concern himself with what the woman does with the money, whether she pays a bill, whether she gets her nails
Yeah,
done.
that's me. Yeah, I don't.
No. But I'm saying you're comfortable in saying that you're okay with a woman who you can actually talk to with a phone call. It's simple, but we want to hold.
Wait a minute,
We don't want to hold.
You're breaking up
the
a little bit. I
job
want to
more
make sure I
time.
hear you. Say it
Okay,
again.
hold on. I said you're okay with the woman choosing to do what she does. You did your part, correct? That's what you said.
You broke up some more. Did you hear what he said, Clarence?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Clarence,
What'd he
nigga,
say?
you breaking
Yeah, that's
up.
what I'm saying. I feel like I'm coming in and clear my Wi-Fi pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying. That
Go
you're
ahead.
breaking up, and I just want
Go
to make
ahead.
sure
Go
I
ahead,
answer
Mike.
your
Go
question
ahead,
right.
Fi. Go ahead, 5100.
I was saying you mentioned that you were fine with the woman doing whatever she does with the money because you can't control that, right?
Yes.
So why would the man that's in a situation that's getting his money taken out automatically with he has no say in it? Why does he not get to have that same energy when he's doing what he's supposed to do? It's a contradiction in viewpoint.
But no, he's not doing what he's supposed to do, 5100,
Right.
because the money they were taking it, if they were taking it out, they weren't
Right.
delivering it to where they were supposed to deliver it to.
And
That's
that was
where
my
he was
that's
breaking
my
down
issue,
on that.
right?
But
Okay,
So what I think,
hold
I
on.
think what's happening with the guy, so your job is taking it out your check, right? But they're not sending it in. They're just collecting it from you.
Right.
And they're going to decide when they're going to send it. They might wait 2-3 months and then cut a check with all of it. But what that does is in that time, it's putting you behind. So by the time they do send it, they sent it late. But in the state of Texas, the law says once you pay late, that's the crime.
So
even though it got caught up, it's a crime because you paid late.
Shout out to Brother Marcus.
So
You see what I'm saying? So his issue
basically the law
is with his
flawed.
job.
So basically the law is flawed.
The
Right.
law's
No,
not
it's not
necessarily
flawed.
flawed. His
He
job
did
should
his
have been
part.
sending it on time.
But there should be some kind of consequence that he shouldn't even have to do.
Wait a minute, you go ahead, say it again.
I think it's you, bro, because everybody else hearing me clear.
Yeah, it's you,
Okay.
Rico. Rico, it's your audio.
I hear everybody else clear. That's why I was saying.
Okay.
The
go
law
ahead.
is flawed because they're basically dealing with a third party person to collect the money, right?
Correct.
Yep.
There should be contractual stipulations involved in it, right?
Yes.
I guess.
Okay. So that's
Of
not
course
on
it should.
that's not on the man that's paying it because he doesn't even see it. He doesn't even know how that's getting distributed. Most people don't even know it's a third party thing. So he's doing his part
Lady
by
Navarre,
taking
what's
his
going
ass to
on?
work
What's
to
happening with
provide
you?
for his kid. That's why
What's
the
going
argument that
on
the
with
guys
you,
were
girl?
making earlier was he got basically put in jail for overpay. Now we don't know the full details. Got you, but
No,
assuming
we know that we know he did not overpay. He did
Who
not
fucked
overpay.
him? If anything, what I'm saying is this: CJ, who fucked him more than likely was his employer.
Right.
I agree
That's
with
the
that.
That's
person who
who put
caused
him
the
in
injury.
this.
I agree with
But
that.
the employer has no obligation. The problem is
They do have a fucking obligation, bitch. It's a motherfucking order. They are ordered to, if they have to get that money sent to the court, it is a order. So he's wrong.
on time, or they gonna do this shit to me. Now,
Right.
now Texas does that. Every state doesn't do that. Some states will let you pay it late and don't care. Texas used to let you do that, but they changed the law. People in Texas voted for that shit.
But Rico,
Oh,
don't
you know
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying?
I mean, actually, this
Mhm.
when you get garnishment, don't you have to sign like a certain type of form, filling
No.
out applications
Hell
and
no,
nothing?
no,
Yes, you
no.
do.
So you
'Cause I
just get
garnished.
garnished.
Because I
They
get
just send
garnished.
it to your employer. That's it.
That's through the IRS. You don't have to
You
sign
don't have to
nothing.
sign nothing.
No child
Yes,
support
you
either.
motherfucker.
Because
It's an
now
order.
here's what the IRS does. The IRS says if we don't get it from him, we're gonna
You're
take
gonna
it
get it
from
from
you.
your job.
So they'll make sure that he gets.
These motherfuckers neglect to say it's a order. Your employee is ordered to pay. So if they withheld the man's paycheck, that means that it's on them. It's not on him.
So she gonna send it all, but because it's the state of Texas, it done made that man late. And they say that no matter whether you catch up or not in Texas, you're in contempt for failure to pay. So you broke the
So
law.
basically,
not even your
we're
fault.
arguing about a
They'll put it
mistake
on
that
you
occurred.
to make sure the job does it.
What up, Marcus? What's going on, big baby?
Basically.
Yeah, but it was his job that did it.
Penalized, but he's penalized. It doesn't matter because you just it really don't matter that the job did it because it falls back on him when he's doing what he's
You're right.
do. That's why we're
You're
saying
right.
the system is flawed. That's why we're
Right.
saying it's broken because that shouldn't happen.
But
but
there
it's
should
just a
be
mistake, right?
there should be adjustments for that. There should be adjustments for that. I agree
But
with that.
CJ, here's the thing though. Let's start this. My whole premise with Black Man was he pushed the narrative that the man overpaid. And we
that's why he
dispelled
was
he
in jail.
never overpaid. Because I was like, who the fuck goes to jail for paying?
The nigga did overpay. His money was withheld. They did not pay the courts. Then they ended up giving the motherfucker he don't get it. This fat motherfucker don't even get it.
The additional $3,000 he paid, which Black Man didn't want to acknowledge, the judge ordered him to pay his ex-wife's attorney fees, which was $3,000.
No, bitch, it was $3,000 plus the other
He lost
$3,000
that
for her
case
goddamn
fighting
fees.
the ex-wife, and the judge.
That's why I don't like these motherfuckers. This motherfucker is a bitch.
He had to take that hit.
That is pure.
It may seem unfair.
Don't listen to
but he
him,
didn't
man. It's a
overpay.
motherfucking 500. Don't listen
And
to
that
that
was my whole
motherfucker.
issue was
Okay,
Don't listen to him.
Black Man is my guy, but I don't argue for him. He made his point. I respect what everybody had to say. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I'm saying the guy that was handling his responsibility is penalized for it because his job didn't. And the only way that that's able to happen is the way that the law is set up. That is
Welcome to America.
I mean, you
Welcome
could
to
argue
America.
that.
That's
I
how it
know
goes.
What
I know
other-
people disagree
what
with
other-
it, but it is what it is.
So we do know that the average payment of child support is $400 to $500 a month, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Right.
Something like
So
that.
you mentioned the poverty line and how that $400, $500 mark could push you back into the poverty line because you didn't pay it because you go to jail to fight for your rights, right?
You said what about that?
You basically said that so we talking about the average is $400 to $500. So you're saying that the man not paying that $400 to $500 could send that woman back into the poverty line, right?
For some women, that's their only source of income. She may not have a job.
That's her motherfucking fault.
My point
If
is
she has
that
no
they
job,
have-
that's her only income.
my point is that is her fault. But see, we don't hold that accountable.
Hey man, listen here.
I'm
gonna let this ride for a little while longer, y'all. I'm gonna make another another link so you guys can call in, man. We're gonna have a discussion about this shit. But I'm gonna let this ride for a minute. Y'all hang tight.
I don't give a fuck about the woman going into poverty. But what also goes into poverty is your child. With her.
The kids, man.
That's all I'm saying.
when we
I
go
don't
to
give a
court,
fuck
like,
if she's in poverty.
when we go
But
to
when you
court,
don't pay
like
that
I do,
support, your child goes in that poverty with her.
So when
She
we
don't
go
go
to-
in there by herself.
So when we go to court like I did, when I had to spend $4,000 to $5,000 on my attorney fees alone, plus the $1,000 I had to pay in child support, I also had to take care of her lawyer. Nobody told me, well, damn, they're gonna send this man back into the poverty line. Nobody gives a damn.
I agree with that. I don't disagree with that.
The reason that you're getting the pushback that you get that you guys are getting is because the argument will always be for the woman who gets the kids. Because you said the kids, but if I go fight for the kids, I gotta go broke to do it. I'm still recovering now. That was 2 years ago. I'm still trying to recover. And I have what just happened to me 2 weeks ago was it was my daughter's birthday. She had a $400 party that I wanted to take because I wanted to do that for my daughter, but at the same time, another $400 came out for child support. They hit me. Nobody had the conversation about how we're getting hit. That's the point. That's why you have the pushback, because nobody seems to give a damn about that.
Well, we do. We both of us are saying that the system may need some changes. We both saying
it's
that.
corrupt.
But what do you want instead, in place of that? Do you want your children just to be out there in the street?
Make custody 50-50. No, check out Dr. T.S.R. Johnson. He got 13 principles you can go by. Make 50-50 custody the standard, but they won't do that.
I don't know, man. California, it starts out that way. It
That's
really
one
starts
state out
out
of
that
50.
way.
What about the other 49?
I can't speak for them. Them. But I can tell you about California because my son is going through it right now. We got to go back to court in March. So they start out at 50-50.
I'll leave it at this because I don't want to take up everybody's time. When we're talking about back pay, I want y'all to understand that there are different laws. I know you know it, but I'm in Tennessee. I was on child support when I was married. They hit me for a back pay of us being split. Guess how much my back pay was?
What?
$27,000. How does that happen? Because of a corrupt system. And I was married. It's not like if I was a baby daddy, I might be more understanding. But there's proven records that we lived in the same house and they still hit me for retroactive. How does that happen in a system that is not broken? It is broken.
But this is America, brother. You can sue anybody for anything. I can sue you right now for saying, my name backwards, whatever, right? Now, it depends on the judge whether they're going to throw it out and say that's frivolous or whatever, right? But in America, you can sue for anybody for anything, and they can sue you for it. But the unfortunate part is you have to pay to defend yourself. That's the unfortunate part. That you still gonna have to pay money. Sometimes you got to say to yourself, I'm gonna pay more in lawyers' fees than the actual what I need to pay here. That's unfortunate.
What you describe happening to you, I would have to see that happening to every case in Tennessee. Or did you, maybe you just had a bad lawyer, maybe you had a bad judge. I don't necessarily know so my thing is if it's this is happening in every case. And the thing is, and the reason why I don't say child support is corrupt is because every state has their own child support system. It's not a universal system. What we do here in Maryland, we don't do that shit y'all do in Tennessee. We don't charge interest. We don't have fees. But California charges 10% interest. They have all these administrative fees. DC does some. Each state does shit differently. But people don't vote to change it, so it stays. It says
how do you know that?
People
say that.
Vote, huh?
I've signed petitions. I've protested.
I'm not saying you.
No, I know.
I'm not saying you.
I know. But if we want to just look at the biggest society in America, which is Caucasians Americans, they're going through the same thing and they protesting like hell. It's not changing. So when you say we're not voting, we're not protesting, we're not trying to change it, we are. It's not happening.
Then it just ain't happening that enough because and I only talk about the voting thing because I know historically when they give out the percentage of how black people vote, they vote at a lower rate. That's all I'm saying. And that generally on anything, not just this issue, just voting period. But I think as far as the child support reform movement, it just ain't enough people.
Yeah,
so
enough people
I applaud you for doing it, but you just gotta keep going.
Hold on, fellas. Let's put a pin right there. CJ, let's put a pin right there. Let me bring Hink in real quick and then we'll go around the room. Brother Hink, are you there?
You're on mute, Hink.
You muted, Hink.
I'm from the roll, y'all. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, now, fine. Yeah, I'm here, brother.
What's going on, man?
Feel like a conversation we had yesterday.
Just leave them at the restaurant.
What you better do. Sound like a lot of other men need to leave them at the restaurant when they're doing some shit like what they're doing now. It's crazy, man. Rico, what was you at yesterday?
I don't know. They said I was there. What I'm saying? They said I was there. You didn't see me. I didn't see me either. But okay.
Your butt should have been here. Got some of that smoke. That's what it should have been.
See?
You might have been dodging the bullets. Is that what you were doing, Rico?
Yeah, everybody got me scared.
Okay. I know. I know where you was. You was at prayer meeting, so I'm gonna let that happen.
You know my old fat black feminist ass. Old feminist.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though. This is what because you know your boy Black Man been over here in my ass. Because again, I wasn't gonna let him pivot. And this is where I know you and I come to agreement, because I've heard you say it a lot. Go down there and put your goddamn self on the system. Don't that just make all your problems go away?
Well, and the reason I say that, I say it all the time, because the reason I say that, because I'm not gonna put my financial, my mental, and my emotional burdens in a woman's hands. Not an overly emotional woman, not a woman who thinks and moves and acts on all emotions. I can't do that. I can't. So in order to save myself,
that order's in, you wash your hands of the trouble. Bitch, go fight with them. They taking it, get out my face, go fight with it. Because that's what I told clients. I said, look, I pay that shit. Go fight with them white people. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to hear it. Don't call me. I don't want to hear any issue you got about your bread. You see them, because I paid it.
Yeah.
And that's what it does. Like you said, you don't get jerked around. So dudes want to try to sit there and try to manipulate. I'm like, you know, the minute she get mad, she gonna do some stupid shit.
Oh,
like
yeah, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I mean,
yes.
And more than like, let me say this. First things first, you always got to have a conversation with the woman, because you can always get some type of an agreement and have a judge sign it. And now that's what goes on in Kentucky. I don't know about other states. In Kentucky, me and my ex-wife, we could sit down, have a conversation, iron some things out, come to a common agreement on some type of child support agreement. We both agree on it, get a judge to sign it, and then we'll go from there.
That
could be done
in most states. In most
okay,
states,
well, if that's the case, then and if I was some guys, well, I mean, but you got to also look at why they're not doing it. Maybe the woman they're dealing with, it's just not reasonable.
Right, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
But
You got some crazy chicks out here, and you know, and sometimes you go in there too soon. Depends on how y'all broke up. You know what I'm saying? Was it really something really bad? Or was it something y'all just couldn't come to agreement on some simple shit, and you just figured out this just ain't gonna work? We better off just being co-parenting and just being friends. You don't know. You don't know how it broke up. I been out there cheating, hanging out, throwing my dick everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden she finds out, she's tired of it. She ain't gonna deal with no more. Break up. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I'm in a relationship with one of the women I cheat on her with. She find out. You don't think she gonna feel some type of way? So no, I can't go for that. I mean, shout out to Oates and Hall and Oates. I can't go for that, baby. I just can't. No can do. But
let me ask you this, okay? You in the state of
yes, sir.
Because this is
sometimes you feel that, didn't you?
This is intention I got with Black Man, and he tried to get my ass, but I wouldn't let him get off it. In Kentucky, they locking niggas up for paying too much.
I've never heard of that. That's the man. That's the first time. But hold on now. Hold on, Rico. Man, hold on now. That's the first time I heard that case. Now, I'm not gonna say it don't happen in other states. It could, but maybe. But women. But I'm sure women ain't push the issue of getting overpaid.
No,
I'm sure they not.
Of course not.
Most women probably don't push the issue, but maybe she had an agenda.
But
her agenda, she was getting.
But
let me say this:
ain't no motherfucker went to jail for the crime was not paying too much. That's all my issue was. So you got Snopes, and Snopes debunks everything. So they went into it. They was like, that's not what dude got locked up for.
But just because we ain't never heard of it, don't mean it ain't happened though, Rico. We can't do that. We can't do just because.
What I do know is this: it didn't happen in that case.
You didn't in that case.
Oh, well, that I don't know. I didn't go research the situation.
I did.
I seen the TV clipping of it. I mean, that sounds real bad. But like I said the other day, I put some responsibility on that man. I said, dude, first of all, why did you not look at your check stub and notice there's a difference and then all that?
Come on, right?
And that's the first thing I said, because I look at my check stub every week online.
Thank you.
I look at my bank twice a day because I don't trust none of these motherfuckers.
Right. Right.
So I'm researching. I can't just rely on some man or woman saying, "Oh, this is what it is." No, I'm questioning. I'm questioning the pastor. Pastor, what you mean? Is that what the Lord said? Why did he say that?
I question myself. I say some shit like that shit didn't sound right. Okay, so what I'm saying is everything you said.
Oh, that must be everything you say. Then you have to question your goddamn self.
Look, here's the thing, right? That's the first thing me and Karen say. It's like, okay, well, if my check is $500 after my child support, and I know the next check I get is $800, then nigga, you know they didn't take something out. Right. So you know what I'm saying? And the lady said, "Oh, well, some." So he knew he wasn't paying. So he knew he was in arrears. So we said the same thing. I'm like, if you just look at the case, it's not adding up. There's no.
Well, you know what it is. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
For that.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. He felt like he got over. He felt like he got over on something. Oh, I paid my support, but they slipped a mess of my check. Didn't want to say a word, but little did he know the reason why you got extra because they didn't pay their support that week.
Right.
That's what I said. And when that shit piled up, what happened is the state of Texas said when you fall behind, then you're in contempt for failure to pay. That's the charge he got locked. So didn't he run up there to catch it up? So he caught it up. He was no longer behind. But still, you were already behind. That's the crime. Motherfucker, that's contempt. And that's the charge he got hit. And
he walked out of court too, Rico.
You can't put the narrative that he got locked up for overpaying. He got caught up, but it doesn't matter. You just got to be careful about that information because like that shit don't make no sense.
Well, like y'all, like I said before, you always got to do research. You take whatever somebody say on face value and try to give the benefit of the doubt, but don't mean you don't do your own research. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know the laws in the state of Kentucky as far as family court.
Right.
I know the laws in the state of Kentucky about conceal to carry and all that. Mm-hmm. So that's just how I move though. That's me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I move. So with them laws, I maneuver. I know the game. I play the game the way the game need to be played. Now some cats they not like that. They don't move like that. But that's on them. They have to cross that bridge when they have to. And so the different states have their different laws. You better go figure it out. Else get you a hell of a lawyer to explain it to you.
But hey, as older men, if we got a platform in a space and we're discussing the conversation about something, if I hear some really crazy shit, I'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna put that out because that shit just don't. Like you said, until I do my research, that shit just don't. If I'm gonna argue a point, you better believe I've already looked that shit up. I ain't arguing nothing that I ain't looked up. Make me look like no fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so that's all I said.
You should.
About that. Huh?
You said what?
I said we got to be careful about putting out a narrative.
Oh yeah. You don't want to sit there and you don't want to do that.
Listening to you, you got a 25-year-old cats listening to you, and Hink said this, and Hink is like, what? And some of these kids, they're gonna believe you, and it's like, come on, man, be careful. That's all. I can't tell you what to say, but I think as older men, we need to be a little bit more careful and responsible if we talking about helping each other. And we can have fun, we can laugh, we can joke, but when we're sitting there and giving out information on some of this stuff, I'm like, dude, these people gonna take this shit the wrong way, and it's gonna be real fucked up.
I'm gonna say it again though. That's where you got to do your research. I don't care how young or old you are. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with you question. As long as you do it in a respectful and honorable type way. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna question somebody, as long as you're respectful about it, it's cool. They shouldn't find that to be disrespectful if you question them. I wouldn't. If somebody question me, then and they come in a respectable manner, then hey, I'm gonna respond to them and I'm gonna answer them in a respectable manner and get whatever proof that I have. Whatever evidence that I have, and I'm gonna present it to them. Now, if they want to believe it or not, then that's on them.
Right.
But I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's the narrative that we do is we put forth the information. And I'm telling people, go behind me and double check. This is where I got it from. So like right now, we're looking at the California State Child Support Guideline Calculator. So it's like, go look behind me. But we can read it together and we can learn some shit. And we can see that I got the state of Georgia, I got the state of Texas, I got Michigan there. I said, well, let's look at it and read it together, and then we can get the facts from the myths.
That's the problem, man. You know, a lot of times we out here, man, and sometimes people have their own little personal stories, and then a lot of times cats will say things, but they leave stuff out. And then,
right, I'll tell you one important myth, Hank. Right. So they say, and it's not a myth, it's true, but they leave out a part, right? So they say, well, all these states, they making big money. They get $500 child support. They only give $100 to the woman, and the state keeps $400, right? And that's true. But there's a reason why. You know who they do that to? The women who got welfare, because it's called repayment. See, back in the 1990s, when we sat there and we went when America. We want welfare reform. We tired of these motherfucking women getting this check. They need to pay this money back to the taxpayer. So the Democrats got with the Republicans and said, okay, we're going to start making them pay back. So when a woman gets TANF, which is temporary assistance to needy family, she signs over her rights to child support. When the money comes in, whoever was giving her that welfare, they give her the first cut, and then they take the rest until her welfare is paid off. Then she starts getting the whole thing. So they're not making money off of it. The federal government and the state said in 1990, going forward, for any woman who gets welfare, we got to get repaid. And the way we get repaid is through whenever we find. But now when a woman gets welfare, she got to come up with a baby daddy name. So we got to have somebody to go after to get this money. So I'm like, so that's what's happening. So yes, they're taking it, but they're repaying back to taxpayers for the money that they gave the woman. Now, if the woman never got welfare, she gets it all. But if she got welfare in the state of Kentucky gonna be like, run me my motherfucking money. You know how it is. They ain't like, nah, we gonna get our money back. Oh, we got Hank ass now. Oh, he giving you $1,000. Okay, you gonna get the first 100. We gonna get the next 900 until we pay. And then when we paid off, we'll get it all. That's just the way it is. So it's like, it's not Kentucky taking it. It's Kentucky saying, I'm gonna get paid back first.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I see what Fine said. He's right. Some deadbeats, the motherfuckers don't get ran. Look here. Let me give you a personal story of what happened with me and my ex. Her daughter, her daughter's father wasn't involved in her life, wasn't doing what he needed to do, but she never even tried to push and get him. You know, she had him on child support, but never pushed the issue. And so you know how that goes. I don't know in most states, but in the state of Kentucky, if you don't push the issue, they're not doing anything. They sitting on the goddamn hands and just let things happen until you go down there, you know, squeaky wheel, get that grease. So she would never do. I said, look here, why aren't you going down here and get this man for this child support? I mean, the man ain't paid in 5 years. What we doing here? It's not for us. It's for your daughter. So now you have to do twice as much. And he getting off scot-free. He called once every 6 months.
See?
I mean, his deadbeat ass need to go to goddamn jail. Now, you know, unfortunately, she wasn't the only child that was suffering. He had like 4 other kids that were suffering the same goddamn thing. You know, just wasn't getting money. Now, and like my man Fire said, these deadbeats are getting off scot-free. That pissed me off. Because let me tell you this, the first time me and her split up, she was quick to take my black ass down at the child support. I said, God damn. I said, God damn. I said, you didn't take your daughter's father down at child, but you ran my black ass in. First of all, because you know I had that good government job and gonna get that guaranteed money.
And they ain't gonna quit. So, and ain't gonna
I ain't going no goddamn where. I'm too close to retirement. So man, she wasn't gonna let them checks go. She sure did. We got back together probably about 2.5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Then she realized you was right. I should have put you on that. I said, that's cool. No problem. It is what it is. I said, but you dead wrong. I said, you was dead wrong for doing it. I said, you know, I take care of my son. I have never had a problem take care of my son. I said, matter of fact, I do extra and beyond for him 2 years. Anytime you sit there and say you going out of town, no, he can stay the whole week. No problem. My door is open. He got a key. Come on in.
Right.
That's never a problem. You talking about we need to adjust weekends? Cool, we could do that. We need to adjust holidays? No problem.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't one of those dudes that was an asshole about it.
Yep.
I was right there. he needed shoes, even though you getting over $600 a month from me, I still make sure he got what he needed because of my son. I don't play it. I know what it felt like not to have. I know what it felt like not to get supported by my father. I know. So I'm not gonna put my son, my daughter, through that same situation I would, because I didn't like it. So why would I want to put my child to have that same feeling? No, there ain't no goddamn way. I'm not built like that.
But Hank, that's why I said too, and that's why I said why I got into the dust up with them and even JT. I said I can't believe, and I still don't. But for me, a contract between a father and a child is an unbreakable duty. The father has an unbreakable duty for protection and provision of his child. Period. I don't give a fuck what you going through. You know you got to take care of your son, right?
Oh hell yeah!
What? There's no excuse
right.
He
in there right
I'm
now.
not gonna take care of my.
He in there right now. His mama's out of town. He in there right now. Man, it's never been a problem.
There's no excuse on the earth for you not being a protector and a provider for your. So that's why I say. So I'm like, so why are you guys advocating? Because I understand you being upset with the system. I get that. I understand you want to change the system. I get that. I understand you want to fight the system. I get that. But to say I'm not gonna pay child support and I'd rather go to jail, lock me up. I'm like, who the fuck you think that's gonna hurt? It's gonna hurt you.
Well, now look here. I don't agree with going to jail. No, not for something like that. I wouldn't. Now, if I go to jail for defending myself or my family, I would go for something like that. But that's that man's point. But look here, that's JT's view. I respect it. I understand.
But I understand.
Okay, well, I mean that's true.
But I don't agree.
That's Rico, and we know Rico's off though. So, but that's all right. But I respect the man's view. If that's how he feels, he wouldn't do. Right on. Right on. I understand. But let's, hey, Rico, but
if you want to do it individually, I think it's irresponsible to say, okay, all of us need to do it. I'm like, fuck you, man.
Well, gentlemen.
No. We all, but think about it. If he could get enough people to do it, there's nothing wrong with that because they're obvious. You got some same people on their mindset. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you can get a group of people to agree on that, then there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have no problem with that. Only thing you can do is put the message out there. Hey, he can't make you do it.
Yeah.
You choose to do it.
But
now, if these guys choose to follow what he's doing, then that's on them.
And my thing is, you can. I'm gonna salute your ass as you marching down the street. But when it comes time to vote, I'm gonna vote against that dumb shit. To me, because to me, it's like y'all marching, not taking care of your kids. All of y'all
I'm gonna
that's
make
marching
another
to do that,
show
at the end of
and
the
do
day,
the link because
who's
I'm doing
most
this through my.
affected by that decision?
Hold on.
I'm
doing this here through. Make sure this shit is up. Yeah, y'all can hear me. I'm doing this here straight through my XSplit. So I have to go through Yardstream in order for me to do it. So I'm gonna do a separate show from this, and I'm about to bring the link up in a few minutes, brother. I'm just trying to get some things together.
Because I went back on the replay, and I got up to the 2-hour mark, and then excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry, I was in my evening jog, and I took a minute to try to catch up to speed with the topic previous from yesterday, and I got up to 2 hours. Then I kind of skimmed live for this one up to the nigga math ain't adding up, quote unquote Rico. Then so I just went forward, and I'm hearing Hank and Rico have a respectful discourse. From picking apart from the stuff that I did hear, I will have to say this. Just in my experience, it is true the system is corrupted. That's a fact across the board. But my opinion to that is learn the system as best you can and try to make sure it works for you. Now, I'm giving an example. Let's just say we'll throw child support out, right? You have to learn your states. For example, my mom, I think it was like a year ago when they had that huge hurricane that went all the way up south, the east coast of South Carolina, North Carolina. Most people wasn't aware that if your power and stuff was out, that you could have got aid, meaning that you could have got like a check You could have got some another portion of another check before you can get food and groceries. Now my mom, her power was out. She got a check. The fact that she had trees in her area, she got another check. I would never known this, and she would never known this, and she didn't learn the state and laws around her area. Now nobody didn't walk and tell her that. The fact that when she moved to that area, she actually did her homework. Now I knew Jersey all my life, but I moved around. So, but that's one lesson I learned from my mom. Same thing like we know, Hank, because I quote Hank mostly all the time about relationships. We know women is fickle, and we can use that example too. Women is corrupted. That's pretty much the YouTube talking point. Am I right, Hank?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. But everybody still quote Hank and these other YouTube channels, leave him at the restaurant. But Hank gave context to that because Hank understood by trial and error and learning and watching, hey, I understand that quote unquote that system is corrupted, but I need to learn how to maneuver and move around it so I can be a better for myself. So I think that's the issue I think people is kind of faltering on. Hopefully it doesn't become a let me beat it down, nail with a head, but at least have options for people to get that information and then move forward with it. Like I said, I quoted Hank, I can quote Mandrell, I can quote y'all two guys up here, and I'll take the information and run with it. But me personally, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to say, well, Hank just cursed me out the other day. I'm not going to do that because that doesn't help my mind. That doesn't help me as an individual moving forward. But I will take those pieces of that knowledge to help me move forward through this corruptible world that we're living in. And that goes across the board, everything, whether it's states, whether it's court, whether it's child support, heck, the wrong type of women you come across, you got to learn how to maneuver around those avenues to get ahead. Would y'all gentlemen agree to that?
Yeah, for sure. You better learn how to move around.
If that's what's on the table, that's what's on the table.
Correct.
So, whoever swing the sword best eats best. So
correct. Now it was a moment where now I mentioned this a little bit, touch bases on it, and I behind the scenes, it's on multiple people's platform. I had a conversation behind the scenes because I pretty much preach, and Mandrell could custom to this. I try not to put too much of your life out there, only unless it's about that subject matter, and this is the subject matter. I was married. I did went through the divorce. I went through trial and error of it, but the one thing I did do, I didn't have a lawyer. I didn't have a public defender. But one thing I did do is I stepped out, I went to the courts, I walked 45 minutes, I asked all the dumb questions, and we already know, gentlemen, that old saying, there's no such thing as a dumb question. So I asked all the questions I did, got my little $25 money order, and I got custody of mine during that time. I never had no pushback from it. Now, like I try to explain to a relative of mine in California, he moved so poorly, Hank, that he did everything wrong in the relationship, moved into her house, using her car when he got his own, staying up at her place, everything else. And when the shoe dropped and she called the cops on him, he left, he got the girl pregnant. So now you stuck with a vengeful, spiteful chick for the rest of your life. And you're in the state of California, so you double screw. So yeah, you triple. So the best option I told him, I said, hey, her mindset, you can't deal with that. It is what it is. But far as the system goes, where you living in, figure that shit out now. The best recourse I can say take action is the fact that she's so head over heels and she love you. Try to have a conversation with her. Try to have it written on paper and pen, something that you can take it to court and beat her ahead of it first. That's my option to him, because I said what's going to happen is you're going to get comfortable 3 months, 6 months down the line, and you don't get no DNA just to prove it's yours. You don't do all this stuff, and then what's gonna happen is when she actually pop up with court papers, and you're gonna.
Hey, listen, for the ones that's still here, man, go on over. I got a show that I got over there, so you guys can be able to call in. So look up my link. I just got Let's Talk on there, and I'm about to close this one off, and then we'll just go on the other one, and we'll be able to talk over there. All right, I holler back at y'all on the other side in the other show.